Bum, 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 bum. Wake up in the morning, no more sleeping in bed. Da 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 da. You done everything we living in, and then it's me too, and then everything and then you. Na 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 da 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 da, la da 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 da. What up, Harry? Tran? Vegan of VRPS Legion. Jamarco, how are you doing? Doing. Oh man. What's up, Rollo? What's up, big dog? How you doing? Hey, you know I'm here for it. I'm just let a few more people get up in here, and then we gonna go ahead and get started. We gonna go ahead and get started up in here. What's up, Cooper Clips? What's good, player from the Himalayas? Normally I would be playing the music, but I don't plan on being here that long. I got a few topics that I'm gonna touch, and then I gotta go get back to this game I was playing. Let's see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you, Mindseye is definitely an outlier. It is the first game that I've requested a refund on, and got it, and got that hoe. We definitely gonna get into it. We definitely gonna talk about it. What's good, Curse Kane? What's good, Cereal? How you doing? Sea Wolf Swim. What is up? Let me tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you, bro. I am not a like a graphics whore or anything like that. I mean, I love good graphics, and that's probably the only takeaway that I took away from Mindseye, is that the game it's beautiful. It is a beautifully created game. Now, the problem with Mindseye for me is they told me that it was PS5 Pro enhanced. It wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. That was a fucking lie. That was a lie. You can't tell me what's different between the PS5 version and the PS5 Pro version. There was nothing there. The game was locked at 30 FPS. Big fucking no-no for me. For me, you can drop the resolution in order to give, a better frame rate, and I'll probably play in that mode, in a performance mode. There is absolutely no fucking way. There's absolutely no fucking way I was going to play that game at 30 FPS. It felt janky. The character felt heavy. The movement was just like, I was just like, nah. Bruh, I uninstalled that shit within 45 minutes of it unlocking. I didn't need to see anymore. Maybe the game will be better in the future, and maybe I'll repurchase it in the future. But the way that game is right now, I couldn't recommend that shit to anybody. I couldn't. I can't. And it probably has a great story, but the lack of a performance mode would not allow me to even go that far with it. Seriously. Mindseye for me right now is non-existent until they really optimize and get a pro patch out there. I feel like it was false advertising with that game. Seriously. I feel like that was the biggest issue, is that it was false advertisement. Oh yeah. I jumped right in, Dewan. Right in. Welcome to the stream though. But yeah, Nah. They really, it really pissed me off, man. It really pissed me off to no fucking end, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was really anticipating that game and really thought that it had promise. And the just the fact that when I turned it on, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? The screen tearing was atrocious. There was no actual toggles in the game whatsoever. You could not switch between 30 and 60. You could not switch between quality and performance. You couldn't do any of that shit. And I was just like, yeah, I felt, honestly, Rollo, I felt like it was false advertising, bro. They said that that game was PS5 Pro enhanced. And honestly, that shit made the PS5 Pro look terrible. Because I'm like, if this shit is PS5 Pro enhanced, what the fuck did you do to it? It didn't look like anything was done. It looked exactly like what you would buy on the base game. I'm like, bruh. And again, like I said, I'm not a snob for anything, but dog, at this juncture, I don't want to play no games at 30 FPS, bruh. I don't want to play no games at 30 FPS. I think if a game is stuck at 30 FPS, bro, it's only because they're bullshitting around, bro. Dog, you ain't gonna tell me that Horizon Forbidden West, with all that shit going on, all those mechanical fucking animals, that big ass open world with fucking flying and all of this shit together, you are not going to tell me for one fucking second that this game Mindseye just couldn't do it. You not finna tell me that, bruh. You not finna, dog. You not finna tell me that, bro. I was gonna buy it on PC, but I was like, this shit is so terrible on console. I know it's bad on PC. I know it's bad on PC. Dog, that's why I keep telling y'all, I do not like the Unreal Engine. I do not like the Unreal Engine. I do not like that Unreal Engine. I haven't liked that shit since they showed that Matrix demo, bro. I was like, dog, niggas was super excited about Unreal Engine 5 when they saw that Matrix demo, and I was like, dog, nah. Every time we see something with Unreal Engine 5, it's always, and I can't stress this enough, every time we see something with Unreal Engine 5, we're always looking at that shit in 30 FPS. And I'm like, enough is enough, bro. Enough is enough, bro. Maybe it is a terrible engine. Maybe it is a terrible engine. But the problem is just that, dog, I've seen so much better from other engines, bro. And not just PlayStation Studios engine. I'm talking about other engines from other developers where the shit just works and looks good, plays good, it is good. Everybody switching over to Unreal Engine 5, that's great for Epic. That's bad for gamers, bro. Until they get something done about that shit, they have to either do a training course for these developers to show them how to better optimize for the Unreal Engine 5, or we're going to be stuck with this bullshit, man. And it's not going to fly with me, bro. It is not going to fly with me. I'm sorry. I can't fucking do it, bro. I got better ways to play these fucking games, bro. If I'm gonna be playing a multiplat on fucking PlayStation, that bitch better run and look good, dog. Seriously. But that's my beef with Mindseye. That's all I really got on Mindseye. Like I said, the game might be a great game, bro, but the performance itself is just not gonna allow a lot of people to even get through it. It's not gonna allow a lot of people to get through it, bro. And it's bad because I wanted the game to be good. I wanted it to be good so bad. And maybe that was my downfall right there. Just having too much faith in ex-Rockstar devs. That's crazy. All right. So beyond Mindseye. All right. Switch to fans. Let me call you to the congregation. Let me call you to the delegation. Let me pull you to the front real quick. Your Uncle Sick need to talk to you, bruh. Sick, unblock those. Unblock what? Unblock what? I don't I don't know what you're talking about. Unblock those. Unblock what? Cursed Kane message. I feel Unreal 5 is just for Western devs that aren't good but want to cut corners. Ah, wait. Y'all deleted his message. Did y'all somehow block him? I don't think he was blocked. I think the message was just deleted. Yeah, I think the message was just... Yeah. Nah, he not blocked. What up, Black Frost? What's good, big dog? See? And I even tried to warn Black Frost. I was like, bruh, get your refund, get your refund, get your refund. He did find out the hard way, though. He did find out the hard way. And I respect it. I respect it. Because he could have literally took my word and then ended up liking the game. But he took his own word, said, I'm going to do my own judgment. But he came around to the same fucking conclusion, bruh. Truthfully, I hate to say it, but the journalist was right this time around. The leakers was right this time around. The game could have stood for some extra development time. It could have stood for some extra development time. And it would have been perfectly fine. And I would have appreciated it. Yeah. Good. Wasn't sure. Just making sure you're good, bro. Yeah. Yep. All right. So Switch 2 fans, bring your ass here, boy. I see all of these people running around and rejoicing saying, oh, the Switch is the fastest selling console ever. Oh, it's a console again. I told y'all, they like to pick and choose when they want to call that shit a console. They want to pick and choose when they want to call that bullshit a goddamn console. And I'm just sitting up here like, bruh, cut it the fuck out, bro. Oh, the Switch did 3.5 million units in the first day, the first 4 days, zooming past the PS5 launch. Well, let me do something for you. Let me do something for you, Switch fans, because y'all seem to be fucking again, y'all seem to be, when it comes to common sense seems to be eluding you fellas, right? The Switch 2 launched globally, worldwide, no delayed days. PlayStation launched in segments. Now hold on. That ain't the biggest issue here, right? Not only did the PlayStation 5 launch in segments, the PlayStation 5 launched during a fucking pandemic. It launched during a time where there was a chip shortage. It launched during a time where they couldn't even maximize their possible sales, and they ran out of consoles to sell. And they were fighting with Microsoft over fucking chips. Now, if you give me the same scenario that the Switch 2 has, where there was no conflicts, there was no shortage in chips, there was nothing to fucking overcome, then I would agree with you. Switch did fan-fucking-tastic. But with these circumstances put in front of you, the fact that they're selling you 5-year-old tech as a new product, the fact that there are no chip shortages and they're fully stocked and easily findable, right? They are easily findable. There has been not a single issue with people just walking in the store and picking up a goddamn Switch 2. That's the only problem that I have with y'all. The fact that y'all are saying that this is great against the PS5 is fucking retarded. It's absolutely the dumbest fucking thing that I've ever seen, because you have to totally omit every circumstance that the PlayStation 5 had to give the Switch a 1-up. And I'm telling you, it's gonna come back in your face, and y'all are gonna eat so much crow. Because once this first batch of motherfuckers get out the way, guess what? Y'all niggas gonna be buying double Switches at this point. Y'all gonna be buying multiple fucking Switches, my nigga. Y'all gonna be doing that to pump up the number, because it ain't gonna be new fans. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm just saying. Oh, nigga, there are plenty of them. I don't know where you at, Chris B, but in Florida, there is plenty of Switch 2s. Plenty. There's no fucking issues. I could go get a Switch 2 tomorrow. With no issues. There has been no one stating that there's an issue with Switch stock. Not at all. Not at all. Nah, buddy. They probably don't give a fuck about Washington enough. I'm in Florida. You got to remember that. They don't give a fuck about Washington enough, because, brother, if you want, hell, if you want to send that cash out through, nigga, I can send one to you. Nigga. I could definitely go buy that bitch. You're going to have to pay for shipping. Nigga. But I can go find you one if you really need one, because they not hard to find. They are not hard to find, brother. You might just be in the wrong state. But yeah, Switch 2, you delusional motherfuckers. Let's put Switch in the same situation as PlayStation, same circumstances. Then you could have an argument. But not at this day and time, bro. Not at this day and time. Nah. Again, everything was against PlayStation. Every circumstance that could possibly be against PlayStation during its launch was there. Them niggas even came out and apologized because they couldn't get enough stock out there. Can't get enough stock out there means that all that shit was used up, nigga. And for a long time, it was hard as fuck to get a PS5. Eventually, they fixed that hurdle. But these are not the same situations. They should not be handled or spoken about in the same light. And y'all are crazy as hell to be sitting up here praising this shit like it just did some for a console to be launching on its own in all of the territories that it's in. They should have did way more than 3.4 in 4 days. With the way y'all think that this thing should be selling, nigga, they should have been off the 20 by the end of the year. They should have been off to the races, 20 by the end of the year. Easy. Nobody else is using those NVIDIA chips except for Switch. There's nobody there's nobody in their way. There's no pandemic. There's no shortage of cash out here. There's no serious scenarios. There's nothing. They should have pushed in a week, easily, 2 weeks, easily, 10 million. 10 million, easily. We shouldn't even be talking about the first 4 days. We should be talking about the entirety of the week or the second week. I think we're in the second week now, or we should be talking about the second week. We should be talking about the full second week. I guess them numbers didn't look as impressive when you did it that way, huh? Shout out to Nintendo, though. Shout out to Nintendo. Like I said, the old fans are definitely converting. They are definitely converting. But new fans, I don't think so. I don't think so, big dog. I still stick by my prediction. I still stick by the prediction that I don't think the Switch 2 is ultimately going to do as well as the Switch 1 at all. But I digress. Moving on from the Switch 2 delusional fans. Gears of War Reloaded is coming to the PlayStation, I will be on that shit day one. Big facts. I'm definitely getting that platinum for sure. Definitely getting that platinum for sure. But I do want to let you guys know something, right? I'm turning off crossplay. Sorry. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to use me as a monthly active user. I'm turning off crossplay, nigga. Fuck Xbox fans, nigga. I'm not here for your enjoyment, bitch. Yeah. Yeah. Turning that crossplay all the way off, nigga. Call me a pony, call me a fanboy, call me whatever you want to call me, nigga. You could even call me scared. Cause you know that's what y'all like to resort to when niggas say they don't want to play with you, nigga. I might just not want to play with you cause fuck Xbox. The faster Xbox dies, the faster they disappear, the faster they get the fuck out of here, the faster gaming can get back to prosperity. Don't shoot the messenger, baby. Don't shoot the messenger, baby. I'm just saying I don't want to play with you niggas, man. Why are you mad at me, bro? I want your game. I don't want to play with you. I want your game. I don't want to play with you. I want your game. I do not want to play with you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Nah, we don't need no third motherfucker in the console space, man. We don't need none of this ridiculously stupid shit. We don't need a replay of this bullshit. We really don't. We really don't. What up, Mary? What's good? I play 2K crossplay, mostly everyone on PlayStation anyway. Hey, I ain't playing nothing crossplay, nigga. I'm being a super fuck nigga when it comes to Gears. I spent my 40. I think it was $40. It was either $40 or $50. I don't remember. I spent my $40. And I don't want to play with you niggas. I don't want to play with you niggas. I don't. I'm good. Nigga, stay on your Xbox. Nigga, go play with them PC niggas. Go play with the PC boys, nigga. Not over here playing with you niggas. I ain't friends. We ain't friends. I ain't friendly, nigga. I ain't friendly and we ain't friends, nigga. I ain't friendly and we ain't friends. So why pretend now, nigga? Y'all niggas ain't want to play that fucking game before, nigga. Y'all did have Gears of War already on the fucking Xbox and y'all niggas was not playing that game. All of a sudden y'all want to play it now because PlayStation niggas is getting the game? Nah. Keep playing against them bum ass PC niggas. Have fun, enjoy. But as a PlayStation nigga, crossplay is getting eviscerated. Crossplay is being turned all the way the fuck off, nigga. Get mad about it, nigga. And then look in the mirror and then understand why nobody wants to play with you. Understand why nobody wants to play with you. I don't. I said I don't want to play with you. And it's my right for my $40. It is my right with my $40 that I will not turn on crossplay to give you fuck niggas somebody to play with. Hey, Kelvin, I totally disagree. Sits perfectly It sits right with me, dog. Gears of War is finally where it should have been anyway. Gears of War is finally where it should have been anyway. All right. So on the PlayStation, it's going to have a platinum trophy. I shall obtain said platinum trophy. And when they bring the rest of the Gears games to PlayStation, I'll buy that as well. I'll buy that as well. But fuck them niggas. You ain't getting this crossplay though. You ain't getting this crossplay though. No, sir. No, sir. No, you are not. Nah, Xbox is a dead brand, nigga. Yo, Xbox is so dead. Hold on. Xbox is so fucking dead that them niggas, D-E-D, dead. Them niggas is so dead that they converting these stupid ass Xbox niggas and they don't even realize what the fuck is happening. They don't even realize what the fuck is happening. What am I talking about, you say? I am talking about the Asus ROG Xbox Ally, whatever the fuck. These niggas is selling a PC handheld as a Xbox console, bruh. This is an Xbox console that cannot natively play the majority of Xbox games. And then I sit back and I ask these dudes, I'm like, bro, are y'all really this stupid? The Asus ROG Ally can already do this. They were so hell bent on saying this Xbox console will be able to play PlayStation games. I'm like, nigga, the Asus ROG can already play PlayStation games. Why? Because it is a PC handheld. You are going to have to download Steam in order to get those PlayStation games to work on this Xbox branded Asus ROG Ally, bro. Like, what are we talking about, dog? Shout out to Serial. $5 super chat. He say, I can't wait for all these bots to buy an Xbox Ally to play GTA 6 day one. Brother. They gonna be out of luck. They gonna be shit out of luck. They gonna be shit out of luck, bro. This is how I know they're stupid, and this is how I understand. This is why now I understand that Xbox is actually done. It's actually over. It's over. It's over with, and they don't even see that it's over with. Bruh, it's over. It's done. Hear me out. Hear me out. Why were they not cheering the original Asus ROG Ally being able to play PlayStation games through Steam? Why are they now cheering the same device pretty much for being able to do the same thing that the original device could do? With a custom version of Windows 11. I'm saying, bro, y'all niggas gotta put me on game, dog, because I ain't know these niggas was really that stupid. Shout out to Jenna Hayes, $2 super chat. She say, you see how Final Fantasy 16 runs on Xbox compared to PS5? Listen here, man. That game was designed for the PS5. It was designed to take advantage of the PS5. The one thing that always pissed me off about that is they never gave a PS5 Pro patch for that game. They never did. We got a PS5 Pro patch for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but we did not get one for Final Fantasy 16. And I never understood why. They could have definitely pushed the graphics further with the performance mode that they already had there. They should have done that. They did not do that. The problem is this Xbox device that they are touting. It's nothing other than a PC handheld, and they don't understand what's happening. I would not be surprised if the next actual Xbox is just simply a fucking PC with the Asus ROG motherboard in it. I mean, since they already got to deal with Asus, right? Why not make a custom build computer with the same fucking Xbox software on it? Bro, they are done. They are no longer, it's no longer an Xbox, brother. It's no longer an Xbox. It is a Xbox. It's going to be an Xbox branded PC with no perks other than the custom version of Windows that will run it in this big picture mode. They are done, mass produce. They are done. The thing is, they are not done lying to you niggas. They are not done tricking you niggas. And the thing is, they're not even lying to you. They're not lying to you. They're explaining it in a way that you don't understand what they're doing or why they're doing it. You should understand, because not all games play natively on the device. You should know just from that particular situation. You should know from that in itself. But no. These dudes are fucking stupid. They are absolute idiots. They are top-notch, brain-dead noodles. They are, my God, some of the shit that I've seen, they say it with their chest. And they sound really fucking stupid. It sounds really fucking stupid. I'm gonna show you something that is so stupid that your mind is gonna damn near explode. It's damn near going to explode. You're never going to believe. You're never gonna believe this shit. Because, nigga, I don't even believe this shit. But just look at this. Just listen. Just look at this for a second. Look at what it says. This is Josh Edits. This is the fucking, oh my God, I hate to say the R word, but this dude is a real fucking idiot. This is a real fucking idiot. The handheld isn't made by Microsoft, and the PS5 isn't made by Sony. It's made by AMD. Just let that sit there for a second. Just let it sit there for a second. Let that shit marinate. Read it back to yourself multiple times. And realize he actually said this. Hey, this got to be the dumbest nigga I've ever said, that I've ever seen ever, bro. Yo. No, let me tell you, when I saw this, I said, there's no way. I said, Lord, have mercy on his soul. He knows not what he says. He knows not what he says. Oh my God. Just oh man. Oh man. And the actual native hardware from Microsoft is now being reported by The Verge, by GameStop, by all of these outlets to be canceled. No longer working on it. Just this third-party deal. Just this third-party deal. Man. And this was reported by Shinobi. Microsoft's own dedicated handheld is essentially canceled as the company focuses on Xbox's new software platform, according to The Verge. Next-gen Xbox still coming, but hardware from PC makers like Asus, likely also to be considered next-gen Xboxes. Hey, they get these niggas the fuck out of here, bro. They get these niggas the fuck out of here, and they don't even see what's happening, bro. They are on this bus going back to Mexico, and they don't realize that they're being treated like illegals. They don't realize, in the eyes of Microsoft, Microsoft is done with the hardware. It's easier for them to just rebrand PC shit. And it's funny because everything that they've talked about in the last year or two, everything that they've talked about is about how they're doing so well on PC. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now, man. It all makes sense. Oh, man. Shit. How are they gonna spin this one? Now, this is another one that I just found to be funny because what's up, Royal? Hey, Royal, if you try to jump in here, brother, you know, I open up that chat, brother. I open up that chat there, big dog. But listen, man. Listen, man. This might be the funniest shit that I've ever heard, ever, man. The Outer Worlds 2 game director says we don't set the prices for our games, which is true. Which is true. As it's the first Xbox game to be $80. I wish everybody could play my game, but for the reasons why the $79.99 price point, you'd have to honestly talk to Xbox folks. Here's my thing, right? And I ain't even mad about the $80 price tag. I'm never mad about the $80 price tag. I'm worried. I'm more worried about the value that you're getting from the game than how much the game costs as a point of entry, because you will pay whatever you want to pay if you want to play that game. That would be up to you if you feel like it's worth it or not. If you don't feel like it's worth it, you will never hear me say anything about that. You will never hear me say anything about that. Am I going to buy the Outer Worlds 2? Absolutely not. The only reason why, though, is because I didn't like the first Outer Worlds. I didn't like the first Outer Worlds. As a matter of fact, I streamed the first Outer Worlds, and it just did not gel with me. It did not gel with me. So I was just like, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. No, but they are right. They don't set the prices for the game. That is always set by the parent company. The parent company is Xbox. The parent company of Xbox is Microsoft. Microsoft is the one setting the fucking price in regards to how much they're selling these games for. And the thing is, there will be people that buy the game. Whoever liked the previous game, they're not going to see an issue with this. As a matter of fact, they might buy the collector's edition, right? So I don't think the price is the problem. I think it's the developer that's the actual problem, right? It's the level of quality that they actually put forth, which is the problem. It's not the price. It's never the price. Because if it isn't worth it, you're not going to buy it. You're not going to spend, you're not going to open up your wallet for something you don't want. It's just never going to happen. But I don't see this really being a big deal to me. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Shout out to Xbox Series X and S. They sold a whopping 300 units. Shit. In Japan? Fuck. God damn. What's up, Royal? God damn. They They sold a whopping 300 units for the week of May 31st. And this just goes to show you that if you want something, you'll buy it no matter how much it costs. It cost they sold 300 units while raising the price. So somebody out there, one of those, 300 of those people thought that it was worth it to buy that Xbox at the price that was there. The only difference is if maybe the shop people was like, yo, we need to get rid of this inventory, and probably drop the price themselves. Don't know.
Wait, so Outer Worlds is $80?
Yeah.
Outer Worlds 2?
Yeah. It's $80. Again,
Damn.
like I said, I don't see no problem with the price. It all depends on how you feel about the game. Because, and the reason why I say that is, and I'll give an example as to why I say this. I look at something like Clair Obscur, right? They sold that game, I think, for 40 or 50 bucks. But I would have easily paid $60 or $70 for that game. Easy.
I mean, it's...
Absolutely.
I remember like way back, like years ago, when games were still $60, right? And
Yeah.
I think OBJ, the big homie OBJ, he was heated when I said I would gladly pay 80 for a game that I would want. If you create a game, no flaws, no issues, and I want to play it, I'd rather pay 80 than $60, and then you tack on all this other bullshit for it to be a functioning game. You know what I mean? And he was like, nah, right? But I still feel that way. Hey, I'll pay whatever. If I want it enough, I'll pay that shit. I mean, I ain't played Outer Worlds, so I'm not going to do that. I ain't played 1 yet, let alone 2. But if it's a game worth
that studio,
attention, you know what I mean? $80 is $80.
That studio.
Let me wait real quick, Link. Let me get the super chat real quick. Okay. Shout out to Leo Jimmy, $10 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. He said, yo, sick. Wasn't the first game like 40 bones? I don't know. I think I had Game Pass at that time. Because I think I was playing, I think it came out around the time that Tell Me Why game came out. And I was playing that on Game Pass. And yeah, I never bought it. But yeah, it is what it is. Look at OBJ in the chat. What's up, OBJ? What's good, big dog? What is good?
I conjured the motherfucker. I conjured that motherfucker.
But hold on. Let me get this super chat.
Yo, his name.
Wasn't the first game like 40 bones? Now the second game 80. I think Microsoft funneling the X drones further into Game Pass. Why pay $80 when I can get in on Game Pass for free? Well, it ain't technically free, but I hear what you're saying. The thing is, you can get it on Game Pass, but you are simply renting that game. You don't own it. So it doesn't really hold the same value, in my opinion. But if you don't care about ownership, then yeah, just go get it on Game Pass.
I don't know how y'all think $20 a month is free, man. What kind of world y'all live in?
You know they think I hear this shit every day. I'm not every day. Oh, it's free. But yeah, but you're paying for a subscription.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
What up, Stardust?
That's what
you were saying,
though,
Link?
like...
What you were saying?
Oh, I was saying the Outer Worlds, the studio themselves said they make AA games. They make AA games. That's how they're able to churn them out so quickly. There's a reason why.
Have you not seen those games?
I played that first Outer Worlds. It was.
Do y'all remember
a low budget? It felt like.
Nah, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, that looked horrible. I mean,
it ain't.
The NPCs didn't even move.
That was the main point.
They didn't have no routines. The NPCs had no daily routines. They did not move from the spot that they were in. But that's a studio. They make AA games. That's why Microsoft bought them so they could make AA games to go in the Game Pass. So how do you go from calling yourself a AA studio to now selling an AA game for $80?
Yo,
doesn't make any sense. I'm not the one. You're sick. I'm not the one fighting over this $80 game thing. Some games are worth $80, but this is not a studio that makes games that are worth $80.
Agreed.
Not as adventurous as y'all, man. I'm at a point where I'm like TI at this point. I don't mess with mediocre, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's too many good games out here. Like, I don't even have the time to get through the games that I want to play, let alone like basic shit. You know what I mean?
So, you know what I started playing, and realistically, the game is fucking fire, and I'd have never thought it. I started playing Epic Mickey Rebrushed. Like, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I had a hankering I had a hankering to play Castle of Illusion, and I seen this in my library. I'm like, yo, let me download this shit because I must have bought it at some point, but then never planned on playing it at that moment. Man, I turned that shit on. Man, I ain't put that shit down since. I'm gonna have a platinum for it tonight too.
No, this shit looks dope, man. It's
No, it is. It actually is really fucking dope. Like I thought it was just gonna be some old kitty ass game or whatever. Nah, it's actually pretty fucking dope. For sure. For real.
bro, that's way too much shit. I gotta get through Kazan, and then I gotta hop on that Liza P DLC, and then
Oh yeah,
Death Stranding 2 out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just too much good shit that's like back to back to back hitting us. Like, I don't have time for other shit, man. Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know how
Backtrack
y'all
a
do
little
it.
bit
You know what I
because
mean?
y'all just came in, but nigga, I bought Mindseye day one, and I was so disappointed, bro. Bro, I've never uninstalled something brand spanking new in like 45 minutes, bro.
Because of performance, or the game is just bullshit.
No. The story might be great. The graphics look beautiful. The performance, fuck no. Absolutely not. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I felt like they lied to me, bro. They said that game was PS5 Pro enhanced. I can't tell you what enhancement they had, bro.
The trailers look cool though. The trailer looked like, you know what I mean,
trailers
some
was on PC.
cyberpunkish. Yeah, the trailer looks some cyberpunkish type of, you know what I mean, like almost like a cyberpunk version of Grand Theft Auto. That should look nice.
I couldn't do it. If they fix this shit and finally put a performance mode in the game, I will rebuy it and I will play through it. I am not playing through that game at 30 FPS, bro. I am not even, listen, I'm not even a performance slob, but dog, the screen tearing was fucking atrocious in that game, dog.
I mean, trailer looked good. Trailer had me thinking I was gonna cop it once. You know what I mean? There's certain games where I'm like, oh, that's a day one. It has to be a day one. When that shit drop, I'm dropping everything else and play it. And then there's the ones that's like, all right, once I get through these day ones, it's next type of games. And that won't be one of them. You know what I mean? Once I get through these shit, you gonna be next type shit. Because it looks dope. It looks, you know what I mean?
I can't have them motherfuckers lying to me like that, though, dog.
You know
bro, I was riding with them. I was like, oh, nah, man, they got to fucking gripe axe the gripe with this game, or they got to gripe with this game, or they got to axe the grind with this game. I felt like that's what the fuck it was. Honestly, now I feel like they was telling the truth, nigga, because everything they was complaining about was real. It was real, dog. And it's
like, hard to call though, man. You know, because there's a lot of times a lot of games motherfuckers be shitting on that I play. I'm like, yeah, man, this game fire. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I requested a refund the first time, nigga. They gave me the spiel about, oh, we'll review it and let you know in like 5 to 7 days, nigga. I went back to them again today, nigga. They was like, all right, man, we usually don't do this, but we'll give you your refund, nigga. I was like, exactly, nigga. Dog, you know what I noticed too? This was the first game, literally the first game that I've refunded.
I don't think I've ever done that, man. I don't think I've ever refunded a game.
Nah, this one was just unexcusable, bro. It was just unexcusable. I couldn't do it, dog. And again, I think it has promise. I think it could probably be good. I think they should have let it, what people kept saying, they should have let it cook longer.
Like, it's unfunctionally bad? Like fucking Cyberpunk?
It doesn't feel great when you're playing it, bro. It don't feel great when you're playing it, dog. Like, you will get taken out of the game just by the way the shit is performing, bro.
Yeah, I can't do that. That's why I waited like damn near 2 years to play Cyberpunk.
Nah, nigga.
And that motherfucker still didn't run well when I was playing it.
It ran competently. Hold on. Uncompetitive. You bought Sea of Thieves, brother? You bought Sea of Thieves after Sea of Thieves had been on the Xbox forever. And you really bought that shit on PlayStation for real? Oh, come on, Uncompetitive. The game did not change. It's still the same game, just a different platform. It was bad there, and I'm sure it's bad here. I've only refunded one game before. Yeah. Oh, you refunded it on Xbox. Gotcha.
I ain't gonna play that shit, man. Y'all adventurous as fuck. I'm not that adventurous. When I see something, I'm like, nah, that look doo-doo as fuck. I'm cool, man. I'm cool.
Let me ask you how you feel about this. let me ask you how you feel about this, because for some reason these folks are really trying to convince themselves that an Asus ROG is an Xbox because there's an Xbox button and it says Asus ROG Xbox Ally, or however they worded it.
Get it how you live, man. It's okay. You know
it's the first Xbox that can't play the old games natively.
Bruh,
it's such an Xbox that it cannot play the old games natively. Or
these guys don't even realize. These guys don't even realize they're championing their extinction.
Yes,
and they don't even realize this is not a console. It's a handheld. Even Digital Foundry was a little kind of, what is the word? A little agitated and aggravated that Microsoft is trying to make it seem like this is the Xbox console.
So
they said this is not a console. And when they start going after Microsoft, I mean,
that check ain't clear. Don't worry. The check gonna clear by the time it released, bro.
Well, they said this is not an Xbox console. This is a PC handheld. They say you're still going to face all the same challenges and issues that you have with PC gaming on this handheld device, and it cannot play your Xbox library. So therefore, it cannot be an Xbox.
Exactly.
But there's dudes running around hyping this thing up.
Bro, we live in a clown show right now, man. The one thing the world have told me, well, not the world, man, because most of the world has a good head on their shoulder. The one thing this country has told me is that, emotions trump logic. Like, fuck logic. This shit makes me feel better. Like, I'm gonna go with that. And it's like, bro, it's not an Xbox. We still in the Xbox generation, the Xbox series, right? The S and the X. We still in that generation. Y'all don't fuck with it no more now. This is out. Your new Xbox. Is that what you telling me? Yeah. And I came in when you was talking about dude that said, what was it? That there's an AMD part in PlayStation. Therefore, Sony don't make PlayStation. AMD does.
Bro, that's Josh Edwards, bro. Don't ignore him. He the nigga that was eating crayons in the back of the class, dog. He was the nigga that was eating the glue, nigga. You remember the Elmer's glue that you used to screw on and then you pull it out and it got the little stick on it? That nigga used to be eating the glue, dog. His brain is fucking mush, my nigga. To be honest with you, I don't even know why people engage with him. He sounds so stupid.
I don't blame him.
The fact that he couldn't look at it, no, but the fact that he couldn't look at what he wrote and realize what he wrote was stupid as fuck, that says a lot, man.
No, you know what? I don't blame him. Stupid is as stupid does. I blame motherfuckers that
he does a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah, but I blame the motherfuckers around him. Like, bro, the fuck are y'all doing? Like, y'all bigging up this shit? Like, really? This is what we on? You know what I mean?
Yo, this man said they are trying so hard to convince themselves it's not an Xbox as they crash out. Bro, what? I don't know who this Island Gaming with J dude is, but bro, the Xbox are a stupid bunch of motherfuckers. I mean, we always knew this, but dog, it's so it's so apparent now.
You seen your boy goddamn Smooth,
bruh.
You see Smooth.
Smooth is another one that I just don't understand, bro. I always thought genuinely.
I don't get it. He's a glutton for punishment.
Bruh, tell me about it. Fucking tell me about it. Shout out to Stellar Blade doing good on PC, I guess. They had over 100,000 concurrent players or whatever. So
you know what they told me the most downloaded mod was for the game?
I don't know.
I don't know if this is true.
I'm gonna give you two reasons why it's doing well on PC.
Okay, go ahead before I even tell you the foolishness.
They probably put.
They say it's a good PC. No, they say it's a good PC port, man. They say it runs good. Performance is great. Looks good. It's not one of those broken PC ports.
Mm-hmm.
PC dudes are very horny, so this is going to satisfy their thirst for a beautiful Asian woman.
I don't even think that's the case for real, dog. Because when
And
they play the
it's a
game,
good video game.
when they play the game, they're gonna know right away that shit wears off extremely fast, and then you're
Shit, I love
focused
that
on
game,
actually playing the fucking game, dog.
To
Oh
you?
yeah, all that bullshit. Yeah.
No, to us, yes. That's. I don't think it's the
You'll
same
see.
thing. I don't think
The
we
most
do it.
downloaded mod. This is what I was told this morning. I don't know if I can back this up, but they say the most downloaded mod is being able to put a penis on Eve.
That makes perfect sense.
I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all,
Listen,
they not built like
Yo,
us.
they played a game in excess called Banana.
Bro, you know how like you were saying, right? Like you were saying, like about 15 minutes in, that shit wears off because now you like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do that? What these buttons do? You know what I mean? You thinking all this shit, and they stand there panning the camera for the last 15 minutes. They ain't moved yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not built like that, man. Like I really don't think that's the case. I think these motherfuckers really just that weird, bro.
I agree.
Who's spending all day talking about that type of shit, man? You know what I mean?
Let me tell you,
that
man.
That shit wear off of me the year it came out, like leading towards the release of fucking Hellblade. I'm just sitting here like, can y'all talk about anything else besides the ass? Like, it's nice. I'm not gonna hold you. It's nice.
Also,
but we ain't gonna talk about nothing else except for the ass. Huh? All right, like.
Are
You
they
ain't
gonna
see her do a
minute?
30-hit combo.
Give me
dudes gonna
about a
beat this
minute and
game, though?
33 seconds. I'm gonna play this Digital Foundry clip
Okay.
where the check hasn't cleared from Microsoft yet. Don't worry, somebody will have a talk with him in the background.
also one key thing here, and this is my final point, and this is an area that kind of annoyed me about the Microsoft show. Microsoft is trying to pitch this Xbox Ally device in one of their videos. They're trying to pitch it as a console-like experience, which I think is a dramatic overstatement of what the device is likely to deliver, which we can talk about later in terms of the software. But it's not a console. It's a Windows PC fundamentally, and will come with a lot of the hassles that Windows PCs come with. So when they say it feels like an Xbox in their video, it plays like an Xbox. It's an Xbox class experience. They even say, if you've played a console, it's what you'd expect it to be. I have serious doubts about that. If Microsoft wants to retreat from doing more formalized consoles, that's their decision, and I respect that.
Also, the other thing which kind of irks me about the claims made for it was basically that the Z2A in the Ally is basically what, a 720p. You can run these games at 720p, and then the Ally X is Z2 Extreme is like 1080p. I think that was the claim being made. If that Z2A is basically on par with Steam Deck performance, well, Oliver, I've seen some of your recent tests of AAA games running on a Steam Deck. It's not a pretty sight. We're using upscaling to get to 720p, and often from on some games of 144p upwards, and still getting poor performance. And there was the claim made, I think, that all of the games being shown in that showcase are going to run on these machines. Man, really?
You know, the one thing I don't like about this is, y'all ever notice anytime they have something bad to say about PC gaming or something like that, Alex Battaglia is never around.
That's true.
But anytime they want to talk shit about consoles, he's right there.
Yeah.
With nothing to add. With nothing to add.
So, Sick, did you see how, what's that game? Dragon's Dogma. Did you see how that game looked running on that? I don't know if it was a Steam Deck or Asus ROG, whatever they were playing.
It was a Steam Deck. I don't know why they compared it to a Steam Deck though. You know what? I don't know why they compared it to a Steam Deck when there's a Asus ROG Ally already out there. They should have compared it to that.
Why does that game look like a PlayStation 1 game?
Because that's what the fuck it is. Because that's what it is.
You got another super chat.
Oh, shout out to Jenna Hayes. She say Silent Hill 1 being remade by Bloober. I don't know how
On
excited
that.
I am about that because, and I'm gonna let you know why. Because they did a great job with Silent Hill 2 remake, but I feel like they could have done a better job with the PS5 version of that shit, especially when the Pro came out. They still talking about they working on a Pro patch. Like, what? Nigga, that don't
Yeah, I'm down
that
for it, man. I like
that
that.
doesn't
I like
compute.
that.
No. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna get it. I'm definitely gonna get it. I'm a horror game fan, bruh. So I'm going to get it. But I just don't like how they handled the Silent Hill 2 shit, you know, especially in the end with the pro patches and stuff like that. Bruh, they didn't treat that shit the way they should have. And they should have done a much better job with it. But it is what it is. Oh, Gears coming out on PlayStation. They're doing the beta. My crossplay is gonna be turned off. They call me a fuck nigga. I say I'm cool. I mean, I'm not trying to add to the users that you have the ability to play with to make your game more viable on your Xbox or your PC, which you call an Xbox. Yeah, so my crossplay is gonna be turned completely the fuck off. They can go fuck themselves. Hopefully the rest of PlayStation fans do the
Yep.
same thing. You don't want
Guess
them
what
cheating ass
platform you can't turn
bastards.
it off on, Sid?
Oh, you can't turn it off on Xbox. Xbox is the one who need
No.
it.
How you
Xbox is
gonna
the one who need it.
What you gonna do? Turn it off on Xbox and play with 5 other motherfuckers? Is that what you gonna do?
Oh no, I'm definitely playing the beta for sure. I'm
I don't
definitely
know,
I
playing
play
the
man.
beta
beta,
for
yeah.
sure.
So
I play it.
my mentality is I usually don't like to turn that off because I want them to know this PlayStation motherfucker is fucking y'all up. You know what I mean? Like I like that experience. Like when I play and I see a whole bunch of like PC and Xbox icon and whatever game I'm playing, I'm like, oh, y'all about to get fucked all the way up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't like playing with the
I love that
PC
shit.
dudes, so I turn that shit off for the most part. Yeah, I
Nah,
don't.
it's going on for me. I don't
Yeah, I don't.
listen. I want y'all to suffer in silence over there on Xbox. Nigga,
Mhm.
continue playing with the people y'all wasn't playing with because y'all wasn't even playing Gears no more. Y'all had access to this game this entire time. Why you coming back
Yep.
to it all of a sudden?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, that game been dead too, Sick. About a year ago, I booted it up on my Xbox to try to get an online match, and there was nobody on. I
Of
could not
course it
even get a
isn't.
match.
Of course it wasn't.
So,
This is what's supposed to breathe new life into it, but nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm cool. Play with yourselves, nigga. Play with yourselves. No metaphor.
so Sick, you're not buying that this Xbox. The fact that these dudes are still
What
on code
Xbox?
and still this
Bruh, if
handheld
I
thing.
wanted a goddamn Ally, go get a Asus ROG or a fucking Steam Deck. I
No,
don't want
I'm
that
not. I'm
shit.
saying no. I'm not saying you want it. No, what I'm saying is the fact that these dudes are still regurgitating the next talking point. I mean, it's kind of just. Do they just like to be made fun of? I'm just trying to figure out why you would be out here capping for this.
Like
They're
you would see
capping for it
me.
because... Oh, go ahead. My bad, Roy.
No, I was about to say, like, you would see me with a Switch 2 before you see me with one of them motherfuckers.
Of course.
That's just not gonna happen. At least Switch 2 got some games that I'm like, you know what? I'll fuck with it. Sometimes I feel like playing something whimsical and shit. I'll throw on a
Oh,
Mario
You
or
don't want to
whatever.
play games at 144p instead of 720.
I gotta tell y'all. Hold on. I think this is a great time to announce this fact. I'm a bitch.
You got a Switch 2, didn't you? You got a Switch 2.
I went and bought one, bro.
Yeah, I do.
I'm a bitch, though. I haven't even opened it yet, though. It's still in the box, bro.
You got to switch to Sick.
Yeah,
See?
I got one. Yeah. I'm a bitch. Listen, I'm a bitch, but it's still trash though. Listen, I'm willing to admit it's trash, but you made a good point, Link. And I thought about it for a long, hard time. I was like, yo, if I really want to play these Nintendo games at any point in time, bro, legitimately, then I'm gonna have to go ahead and cop one of them things. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
You know, I keep telling people, bro, like, this is one thing that I be trying to make really, like, apparent to people. Like, bro, it's never about the money. It's about what value can you get from it. And the only thing that Nintendo offers that I think is of value to me is the games that will not come to other platforms.
Facts.
Unless I steal it. unless I steal it. But I'm a bitch
Exactly.
though. I'm a bitch, dog. I caved. I caved, bro. I caved.
Hey, I wasn't kidding. Like sometimes, you know, what I mean, sometimes when you bored, you thinking about a Mario game or whatever, you're like, you know what, I would like to play a little bit of that right now. But it's like it comes in spurts for me. Like once in a while, I'll feel that way, but I just never get around to buying it because when I had the Switch back then, like I never touched it. You know
Bro,
what
I
mean?
still got my Switch 1 just sitting in the fucking case. Yo, I bought
it's
two
like-
of those Pro controllers too, because I'd be damned if I play with them Joy-Cons. Y'all can suck my dick with that one. I'm sorry. I ain't care. It is what it is.
Yeah. Do you have the Switch Pro 2 controller?
Yeah.
Okay, I ordered one.
It
It'll
works
be
with the
tomorrow.
old one too, though. It works.
Yeah,
with
it
the
does,
old
but you
one.
can't turn the damn console on with it. That's the
Oh,
thing.
I
That
don't
sucks
give a-
about it.
Yeah.
You could play Switch 1 games on Switch 2, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of them.
Yeah, it's like a
I'm
few that
tempted
have
just for that
compatibility.
Bayonetta, man, because Bayonetta wasn't shit on the
Oh, they
first
say
Switch.
Bayonetta running at like 60 now.
That's
didn't upgrade the
I'm gonna tell you,
resolution,
that's
though.
one of the biggest
Man.
reasons. That is one of the biggest reasons why I got it, as well as the whole plethora of fucking Mario games I didn't even know existed, because I totally tuned the Switch out after a while, bro. I ain't even look for new games or nothing, nigga. I ain't know that they had the Super Mario Wonder and the Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Nigga, the last Mario I played was the one with the fucking hat. What is it, Super Mario Odyssey? That was the last one I had played.
Hey, it be
But-
like that, lovely hell.
But
man.
I
mean,
digress. I am a
some
bitch.
motherfuckers,
I'm
some
a
motherfuckers'
bitch.
income, some motherfuckers' income doesn't, you know what I'm saying, involve illegal immigrants that, you know what I'm saying, having a hard time.
Oh, yeah.
some motherfucker have income that they could just,
Oh,
fuck it,
nigga.
go buy a Switch, just to buy a Switch, you know what I'm saying?
That's the funny thing, bro. I'm not gonna say the name of the company, but nigga, the company I work for, nigga, they fucking raided that shit, dog. They
Oh,
raided
word.
that shit, bro. Huh?
I mean, for what? Like, y'all.
No. We got
No,
mad fucking Latino people who work there. Hispanic.
In
I think I
IT,
said that wrong.
Oh, for real?
illegal immigrants doing IT.
Bruh, all I'm gonna tell you is a lot of people's fucking profiles went inactive in the system, dog.
Oh, damn.
And inactive
Damn,
mean
that's
your ass fired, nigga, or you're no
That's
longer with the
unfortunate.
company, nigga. And unfortunately, they were all people who barely spoke English.
Mm.
I'm talking about this one dude, smart as fuck, bro. I'm talking about he's so great when it comes to wireless, bro, that I was just like, yo, how the fuck did you get this job, nigga? Because when you talk to him, his English is so fucking terrible, bro. I'm like, how the fuck does this nigga communicate, nigga? Like, you ever talk to somebody and you confused and they trying to tell you something super simple? That's how fucked up his dog. It's crazy. It's crazy. They got some of them niggas the fuck
I'm
out
pretty
of there.
good. I'm pretty good at it. I've been dealing with people that, you know what I'm saying, speak broken English all my life. I used to
Oh,
speak
whoa,
broken English,
hold
so I
on. Let me
kinda-
get these
kinda
super
be able
chats
to
real
catch 'em.
quick. That way I ain't gotta interrupt y'all because I hate doing that shit. I feel like every time Link start talking, the fucking super chats come in and I end up cutting him off. Shout out to True Witty. He says Xbox canceled the in-house Xbox handheld. I'm playing their Gears on my Pro. Better than the Xbox counterpart. I thought it was best. I thought it was to be best on Xbox. The thing is, here's the thing. All of that ain't gonna matter in a while, True Witty. They phasing the Xbox hardware completely out.
That
They
shit-
got these jokers still believing it's an Xbox though. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna lie.
They do.
They got a fire marketing team, dog. Their marketing team is fucking phenomenal, dog. Because these niggas are really championing this thing, thinking that it's an Xbox, even though they're telling you, unless it's PC Game Pass games or Play Anywhere shit, you can't play your library of games.
Oh, no. I'm not giving that to their marketing team. Their marketing team didn't, well, unless you count these motherfuckers as their marketing.
No. You got to see the video. You got to see the video, Royal. The way they played that shit, the way they talked about it, the way they said, fucking exquisite native cloud, nigga. They said native cloud, bro. Native cloud, nigga. What the fuck? What
That's
the
like-
fuck is the native cloud, nigga? Like,
Loyal hoes, you know what I'm saying?
So look,
I got
so
loyal
16
hoes.
Today on Twitter, I had a little debate with some people this morning about I was saying the Xbox hardware.
Wait. Hold on. One more. Shout out to my man Kevin Green. Kevin Green. You always say I'm not gonna get something, then turn around and get it anyways. Hey, Kevin, you right, dog. I'm a bitch. I'm a low down, dirty bitch.
Hey, you know what? It's cool to be a hypocrite on that.
I'm a whore, dog. I'm a fucking whore, bro. My wallet is a fucking pussy that constantly gets fucked. I'm a whore, dog. Shout out to Nintendo though. Fuck them niggas. But yeah, go ahead.
I was having a debate with a couple people this morning about wait, you about to say something now?
By the way, I want to let y'all know I had this a long time ago, bro. As a matter of fact, I had it, I think, day one that it came out, bro.
You ain't shit, man.
I'm not, and I'm still talking shit about it, and I'm still gonna talk shit to anybody. As a matter of fact, I sent it to Thrash and Bunny, because I know when I be pissing Buddy off, Buddy be like, you know, you can't talk shit about Nintendo, nigga. I sent that shit to her. She like, oh, look at this fuck nigga. I sent it to Thrash. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Listen, man. Come on, bro. I'm just the consumer out here, bro. I don't know what to tell you, dog. I'm a bitch.
So
nah,
you
go ahead. Go ahead.
Xbox handheld? You gonna get the Xbox handheld, bro?
Like, oh no, absolutely. No. For sure not. Dog, again, if I wanted one of those, I could have an Asus ROG right now that does the exact same thing. The only thing that's going to be different is the software. That's it. The custom version of Windows that they're going to have with that big picture mode for the actual handheld device. That's the only difference, bro. They playing a software game with these dummies. That's it.
So yeah, they are. So I was trying to say earlier, what?
Yo, this nigga Corey talking about I'm a whole fuck nigga. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Bro.
I mean, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do?
Eventually I'll plug it in. No. Eventually I'll plug it in, bro. It's still in the box. I've had it for quite some time, bro. I gotta first of all, I gotta figure out where it's gonna be, and I gotta figure out if I'm gonna get another one. And the only reason why I'm thinking of getting another one is to have one in the room and one in my my office. And I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know yet. But I agree. I'm a fuck nigga. Facts.
Wait. Can't you just get 2 docks?
Yeah, you get 2 docks.
Nigga, where I'm gonna get the second dock from?
You can order them from Nintendo directly. I think they're like $100.
Yeah, but that mean I would still have to take the tablet from room to room.
You'd have to move it from room to room.
Dog, I'm lazy.
That's the most American shit I've ever heard. But then I gotta take the dot and take shit out.
I literally have 3 PS5 Pros, bro. I got one in the bedroom, one in my office, one in the goddamn living room, and then all my kids got PlayStations.
No, I feel that. Because I have a PlayStation in my gaming room and I have one in my bedroom.
So I would rather buy another Switch instead of having to carry one from room to fucking room.
Goddamn. Yeah, see, I don't ball that hard. Like I'll move the Switch. Goddamn.
Hey, I got 2 right now.
Move the Switch. Goddamn.
Shout out to True Witty. He says native cloud these niggas on Nintendo shrooms. Hey, that's facts. That's fact. The thing native is, cloud. What I can't understand is what is it that's blocking them from seeing what's right in front of them? Because this is only going to get worse. Bro, they told you that the Asus ROG Ally could play PlayStation games via Steam. Because every Asus ROG Ally could fucking do that.
Because it's not an Xbox. It's not an Xbox. It's just a PC handheld. Let me just make my point.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
The hardware situation. So if you go to any retail store, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, they might have a couple S's hanging out. They have no X's, right? As far as I know, you can't even order the Series X with a disk drive at all. You can't order that. They did price increase. this price increase was just so they can make whatever money they can make on the way out with this hardware shit.
Hold on.
And
Corey, I'm gonna tell you right now, that Switch 2 is much heavier than the Switch 1, brother. That shit is more than 2 pounds. Am I lying, Link?
it didn't feel that heavy. I mean, it is heavier than the original Switch, but
I
it don't
picked
feel
that little ass box up, and that little ass box is weighty.
Now the Switch itself, it's not super heavy. It's still kind of light to me. It's not. It's a noticeable difference between that one and the first one, but it's not heavy. So
I mean, again,
I don't know how much
I don't
weighs,
care about
but
it for handheld mode anyway.
I'm not really playing my handheld. Mine gonna pretty much stay connected to the TV. So
It ain't a pretty much for me, nigga. That shit gonna stay in
yeah.
handheld mode.
No, I'm saying unless I go on vacation or something and I want to take it with me, but other than that, it don't. So, and
Shit,
even
I feel it.
on vacation, I might not take it. But yeah, the Xbox hardware is going away, man. And I mean, I was listening to Moore's Law is Dead, and NX Gamer, I guess they did a podcast together recently. They both agreed that they think that Xbox has pretty much stopped manufacturing the series consoles because there's no demand for it. So why would it not be in stock?
Deep down,
Think
these
about it.
motherfuckers
There's
know
no.
that.
They
You know
done
what I
stop
mean?
making it. I think they stopped making them. I think they're gonna sell through what they got. They keep saying there's gonna be a next generation console. I said they also promised you. Phil Spencer said they were making a next generation Xbox handheld made by Xbox, not Asus, and they
Didn't they say
canceled
that
that.
shit was canceled? Yeah, that shit canceled.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. They promised you they were making something. Now we're hearing it's canceled. So they can cancel shit all the time. They change their minds all the time. So this console is not coming out. There's no reason for them to put it out. If I was them, I would just focus on this OEM shit and these fake ass Xbox handheld PCs and sell your games on PlayStation, Nintendo, and the regular PC and call it a day.
Bruh, I see
That's what
why
I
they
would
went
say.
all in. I see why they went all in on this porting the PlayStation shit, because they knew at that moment it's a wrap. They said the most advanced, and you know what a person told me that made me say, what the fuck are you smoking? Nigga, they said, but I could hook a graphics card up to my Asus ROG Ally and have a 5090 on it. I said, with what CPU, nigga?
Right. This is what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm like, are you retarded? First of all, the screen is only 1080p, bro. That's number one.
Right.
Number two, you hook a 5090 up to that bitch, what are you playing it on? You're playing it on a TV? And what you think you finna get out of it, graphics-wise? You're still limited by whatever that CPU is that's powering it. And unless you're gonna be playing in 1080p, why in the fuck would you buy a 5090 to play in 1080p?
That's a lot of hoops, man. Why can't you just build a PC with a 5090 in it and just do that?
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of hoops. There's a lot of hoops. And for you Xbox motherfuckers, they're like, oh, so you can play PlayStation games through the cloud on this Xbox handheld. Like, that's a lot of hoops to play some PlayStation games. Goddamn.
I mean, you can play them natively on Steam. I mean, you can download Steam and play them, but
I'm saying, like, that's a lot of hoops. Why not just get a PC that has, you know what I'm saying, that you could play PlayStation games on there? There's PlayStation games on there.
Honestly, I don't think this thing really seems like it. I don't know who it appeals to, but this cannot be your primary way to play games. So this has got to be some kind of secondary device. There's no way this is going to be the main way people are playing these games.
Nah, wait until they introduce their desktop, nigga.
Oh, that desktop OEM Xbox is coming?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, hey, it looked like Jemiah was right, bro.
I didn't know.
I said this shit. I predicted all this shit.
No. But I'm saying Jemiah ran with exactly what the fuck they were gonna do, bro. You can't tell me he didn't, because that nigga was stressing it over and over. And I'm like, bro, if they can't sell an Xbox as an Xbox, how the fuck they gonna sell a PC device as an Xbox? but they definitely going for it. They
Well, see, this is
definitely
not about.
tried it.
To be honest with you, I don't even think it's about selling this device like that. This is kind of getting their customer base that's still not moved over even more accustomed to PC gaming.
Yeah.
And they're working on this Xbox big screen picture mode Windows 11 experience that they're going to have.
Right.
And that's what they're concerned about because they're trying to make sure that Steam don't take over these handhelds with their OS. They want to make sure that they have a presence there. And that's what they're doing.
But they're not
This
gonna
thing
have
is
a
not going to
presence there.
sell.
You know why this is not going to work for them? Because everything that Steam does with their Steam Deck is going to be something that caters to the PC audience, bro. Everything that they do. So when Microsoft puts this out, then the revision of the Steam Deck comes out, and they come out with maybe the Steam Deck 2 or some shit like that. And guess what? Now Microsoft is back at the fucking bottom again. And what are they going to do? Keep dropping new versions of the fucking Asus ROG Xbox Ally? Fuck out of here. It's never going to work out for them.
At the same time, too, really, the Xbox brand isn't a strong brand.
No, it's not.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
How you gonna outsell them? They at least the ROG Ally and all these Steam decks and all that shit. They brand is a lot stronger in gaming than Xbox. Xbox branding is fucking
fucked
at the bottom of the barrel at this point. Like,
facts.
You probably made it worse. Like two devices exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? Asus ROG, whatever the Xbox thing is called.
Right.
They could be exactly the same. One is named an Xbox, the other one is not, and motherfuckers will buy the one that's not.
Right.
Branded Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a terrible brand, bro. If it was a great brand, Xbox would still be alive right now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like, what are you gonna do, man? Plus, they don't even sell that well. Like, what is the Steam Deck sitting at? Like 5 million sold or some shit?
I think the totality of PC handhelds is like 6 million. And the funny thing is, the Switch about to fucking run through that right now.
But the Switch 2 is like at 4 million at this point, ain't it?
Yeah, 3.5 in 4 days. So I don't know how much they at now, but they about to run
pretty sure
right past that 6 million.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's at 4 right now. If that's the case, the 3 days is already at 3. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. The brand is just not strong. Like I said, if I was to play, like if I was out and about and I'd be playing video games like that, I would have a Switch. Why the fuck would I get or like if I really wanted to, I'd go with a Steam Deck. Why would I get an Xbox version of the Steam Deck? Like I don't
exactly.
You know what I mean? Nah.
But that's
motherfuckers walk past me and looking at it like, ugh, you play all this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as a Steam Deck. Nah, motherfucker, I have a Steam Deck. You got whatever the fuck this Xbox shit is.
Man,
you know
all I know is I know Phil ready to retire. He deserve it, man.
Did you see Sig? Did you see? It was some clip that I heard. Sarah Bond was asking somebody if they were still gaming on console. I thought you were on PC. Like almost like the kind of like.
Oh, when she was talking to the dude. When she was talking to that dude. Yeah, I heard that.
Why was she doing that? That's not. At this point, man, they don't care about that console.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. They don't give a fuck about that console, bro. Everybody understands what's going on, except for Xbox dudes. Either that, or they're being willfully ignorant, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm willing to bet that they're probably being willfully ignorant.
Yeah, because.
Oh no, that's for sure. That's for sure.
You know, people like Kid Smooth will lash out when they do some shit he don't like, which is pretty much every direction they go, and then he falls in line.
You know, I wonder in my mind, right? And I've been asking this question for quite some time. I don't think Kid Smooth thinks that he's a fanboy.
He doesn't.
That's wild as fuck to me, though. That's wild as fuck to me, man.
No, that's normal.
Nah, I think he should be well aware, bro.
No, it's normal. Like, all right, for instance, like this, right? And I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I don't like drama, anyways. But
yeah,
there's a couple people that I don't even fuck with. I don't even consider them when I'm like living my life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even think. And it's like, no, you know that I think you a bitch, right? Like, why do you continue to do whole shit and think that I'm not gonna think you a bitch from you doing more whole shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, he probably like doesn't realize he a fanboy because he doing fanboy shit, and he think that's somehow how you supposed to move. I'm like, bro, like it's you know, you know what I'm saying? That's not how it works, but that's how their brain is built. Because me, I'm like, no, I don't really care about none of this shit, bro. It's not conducive to a good life for me. I don't even consider most of you like that. You know what I mean? Why y'all do this shit? Right? It's the same thing with like Smooth. Like he probably don't think he a fanboy. Like he think this shit will make this shit will make him not look like a fanboy. Like that's probably how he thinks. It's wild as hell.
Hey, shout out to True Witty. He say, "Yo, Phil lost weight like a motherfucker, way too fast." I don't really want to talk about, you know, his health or
It could be
whatnot.
true. I don't want to. I don't.
But
he
definitely.
Hey man, losing weight's a good thing, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Either he on some heavy Mounjaro or some Ozempic or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
Probably,
it's deeper and he has some actual
kind of medical
illness,
issue,
right? So
Yeah,
I don't really want to get into, you know, that part of it. But man, no ill will to Phil, man. Phil is out here doing the Lord's work, putting all of Xbox games on PlayStation, while PlayStation get all PlayStation games and all multiplats as well. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. It's like the only thing about watching the Xbox show, it's almost like watching the EA and Ubisoft show now. The excitement is just gone because there's nothing special about a multiplayer.
I'm gonna tell y'all something about that Ozempic shit and that Mounjaro shit, boy. Y'all should really steer clear.
Some side effects, man.
Y'all should
that
really
shit is for
steer
people who
clear
have diabetes. That's not for.
It fucks your body up, bro. Especially the way these people are using it. They fucking themselves up.
Hey, why do you think their heads stay so damn big and their body is like that? Shit don't even look right when they lose all that weight like that.
They be out here looking like aliens, nigga. and the biggest issue with that shit is it make their face suck in, bro. Like that shit look disgusting to me, bro.
Go for a jog, god damn it! Like what?
Yeah, just eat healthier and lose some weight. Eat healthy and work out.
That is the thing. It'll never work out for them because you didn't do it the right way. Shout out to Persona, man. I feel like Persona did it the right way, right?
Persona did it the right way. Yeah.
People don't understand
that man put in work. Boy.
He live in a gym, nigga. That's like a second home for that nigga. So, you know, when he's losing the weight, it's because he's putting in the work. But some of these motherfuckers that's out here losing weight, bro, nah, dog, y'all.
Sometimes I feel like I'm like hypocritical, you know what I mean? Because I don't know how that feel. I got like crazy metabolism. I can't gain weight even if I want to. It's like being a big titty bitch talking mad shit about another bitch for getting implants.
Yo,
like, you got big titties your whole life. You know what I'm saying? I've been skinny my whole life. I can't gain weight. I'm over here talking mad shit about motherfuckers out here. But at the same time, man, I don't want to brag. I got little muscle. You know what I mean? I ain't take no drugs to get that. I did push-ups. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, put in the work. You'll love yourself way more. Put in your.
You know, Phil was never that big. He actually looked like kind of buff at one point, bro. But goddamn, it definitely deflated his head, nigga. That nigga had a fucking hammerhead, nigga. I ain't never seen a nigga head get small, nigga. Like, damn.
Out here looking like a Spider-Man villain. Like a tombstone ass mouth.
Y'all crazy fuck, man. So, Sig, what else you got on the docket, man? You got anything else?
Hold on.
You want to talk about
Gears of War Reloaded beta? I said I'm turning off the crossplay. Niggas can go fuck themselves, right? Mindseye and the Delusional, Delulu Switch fans. Now, when I talk about the Switch fans, I'm talking about the Switch fans comparing the sales of the Switch to the PS5. Can anybody in this in this Discord tell me why that's a stupid fucking thing to do, and how it makes absolutely zero fucking sense, and how it makes Switch 2 fans look goofy as fuck.
Y'all talking to us? Are you talking to us? Are you talking
Yeah,
to them?
I'm talking to y'all, nigga.
I mean, I feel like PlayStation sold very well during a fucking pandemic.
Okay,
And it's
now
still,
you,
like,
you
it's
hear
still
what
broke
you
record.
just said? During a pandemic, during a period of time where niggas was dying, during a period where fucking manufacturers and shit, when they couldn't get chips from fucking China, nigga, because China was on lockdown and shit like that. Are we getting to the same page right now? Like, again, it's not even a good comparison. It's not a 1-to-1 comparison. It's not a good comparison. The situation is totally fucking different. And I'm not even making an excuse. I'm just telling you, nigga, I remember when PlayStation came out and they were like, look, man, we sorry we ain't got enough consoles out there, bruh. We trying, dog.
They couldn't even stock them fast enough. I remember them Shinobi and them, all them Twitter motherfuckers that be announcing shit. They were like, hey, it's about to drop. Go get it now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you couldn't even, you know what? Remember when the PlayStation launched, it wasn't even available inside retail. You could only order them online.
You could only order it online.
And you had to fight off bots and everything else.
Stand outside at night and wait for it to launch. You couldn't do none of that shit. Again, like I said, I feel like Nintendo niggas are being willfully fucking ignorant. I get it that you like the device and that's fine, but dog, please think logically before y'all say stupid shit like this. It's only
no disrespect to the Switch, because it will sell very well. You know what I'm saying? Y'all Nintendo motherfuckers, y'all be buying the Switch shit. Like, I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying, like, be realistic.
Be realistic. That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh yeah, I remember that shit too. When them niggas had the fucking jet, a Boeing fucking 757 or some shit like that, and they had to fly fucking PlayStations.
You know how much
I get it.
You know how much of a crackhead I looked like when I was like, I looked like a crackhead at your window knocking on it at 3 a.m. when they was trying to do that 30 anniversary edition PlayStation 5. I was in that motherfucker trying to get that shit so hard. I was so mad I couldn't get that bitch out. I'm still mad I couldn't get it. I was like, that'd be perfect. Get that PlayStation, that 30th anniversary edition.
Hey, is this is one of your topics this rumored PlayStation handheld thing?
No, but you can go ahead if you want to tackle that one. I wasn't even thinking about that because I don't know. I don't, and I mean this respectfully. I don't want PlayStation to make a handheld if they're not going to be serious with the handheld, bro.
Ain't that
I don't want them to make it just to have a device out there, bro. Because what we've seen is like, and I hate to say it, but even with VR a little, bro, like while they're getting a whole bunch of third-party games and shit like that, like there's no first-party output for VR at all whatsoever. And they haven't acquired any studios except for what I think Firesprite, but they haven't acquired any studios specifically for VR games to show that they're supporting the fucking the headset. There's games that Insomniac has that are stuck on PC that they still have not brought over to PlayStation. Maybe Insomniac doesn't own the IP. That could be a possibility. But the simple fact is, it's crazy that your device lives and dies by third parties. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point you gotta be a part of your own success.
I mean, but isn't that just the Portal? And they're just gonna update the Portal to be a full-on handheld device?
Yeah, but they're gonna update it to be
you'd have to make a new device
to play PS5 games, I guess. So
streaming.
No, not streaming. I think it's supposed.
Which device y'all talking about? You said the Portal.
No. He's saying, isn't their handheld just gonna be a Portal that you can?
No, it's gonna play games natively, from what they're saying.
No. But that's what he's saying, though. That's what he's saying. Is just a Portal that they turned into a full size handheld. But here's the thing. I would be interested in that. I would be interested in that because the Portal feels good in your hand. I don't know if y'all have used the Portal, if y'all have played the Portal. Not you. I know you did, Link. But I'm talking about the rest of y'all that's in the chat. I don't know if y'all use the Portal. The Portal feels very good in your hands, right? And when you're playing games, for me, it was never for AAA games. So I wouldn't play like a GTA or some shit like on there. And I've seen people do it. It's just that's just not what I have.
No.
I got it for like the little smaller games, like the RPGs and stuff like that. Just
you remember that Viper reads.
So let me talk about. I guess this rumor is coming from a leak where they're going to do some kind of update to the PlayStation where it's going to be able to run in a low power mode. And basically, developers are being told to prepare their game to support an energy saving setting that limits the CPU to 8 threads, halves the GDDR6 RAM speed, cuts clock frequency between 10 to 20%, and restricts the PS5 Pro to the original console's 36 CU GPU compute. Kepler, who is a known leaker,
whoa, hold on, don't just gloss over that real quick. Why are they making changes to the Pro again?
So these are changes coming to the Pro. No, there's going to be a low power mode where the PS5 and the PS5 Pro can run at lower clock speed on the CPU, lowers the RAM speed, lowers the clock frequencies of the CPU. And if you're running a Pro, it cuts the compute units down to 36 on the GPU. And now, so basically,
explain this to me like an idiot, because I'm sure you've looked into this a lot more than I'm probably ever going to.
I actually haven't looked into it a whole lot.
But what good is that going to do for a handheld? Or are they designing this handheld to run at that setting? So
I think that's what's going on. I think that they're testing or trying to get a handheld because they're doing this so the developers can make sure that their games are compatible with this low power mode, right? So if the handheld comes out and
I see what they're doing then.
Yeah.
If that's true, then that makes sense. That means that developers don't have to make different games for the PS5 versus whatever this handheld is. It should just automatically work if they work within the confines of these settings.
Correct. It will also disable on the Pro. PSSR will be disabled as well.
Why?
Because that requires some more GPU compute to do that.
That's where this loses me. Why are you making these changes to the Pro itself if this is for the handheld?
I think so that they can test these specs across all of their devices. I don't know. Now,
maybe this is just some testing phase or something, not what they're trying to actually fucking. I don't know. It's weird.
This handheld may never even come out. But the thing about it is Kepler, who is a known leaker when it comes to I know he talks about AMD GPUs and different things, and he talked about the Pro, what the specs are going to be before it came out. But he's an insider when it comes to AMD and stuff like that. But he's saying that this is true. But he said that he believes it's a test how well a handheld can run these PS5 games by developers being able to make, with this spec being available on console, they can test their games. So this is the thing. Some people are telling me that this is what the PS6 is going to be. I said, let me tell you something right now. If that's what this is going to be, a weaker piece of hardware, I don't want it. Now, what I think is going to be is this is some kind of portable PS6 that they're testing out. Potentially. But I don't think this is the PS6.
No.
PS5, I mean, not PS. I'm not sorry, PS6. A portable PS5 is what I mean. No, 6. I didn't mean to say PS6. I meant a portable PS5.
Yeah, and the thing is, what you do know about the PS5 is that it's going to be around long after the PS6 is dropped.
Right.
So what they're doing is they're making a handheld that works well. Now, you know, I guess with this, the best part about this is it doesn't have to be something that's on the go, and something that you hook up to a TV, because the person could take and, yo, you know what? What would be dope? Do you remember back during the PS4 era when it was like, hey, you could take your game with you or some shit like that, and they were showing like this switch. I forgot what the feature was called, but they were showing a feature where you could start playing the game one place and then you can go somewhere and play it on the, I guess, the handheld or whatever. Dog, they could actually bring that to realization now. So imagine if you're playing on the TV, right? And then you could seamlessly start playing the same game on the handheld. I'm not talking about I'm talking about natively. I'm not talking about streaming or anything like that. I'm talking about you're playing the game on your PS5, you pick up your little portable device, it somehow talks to your PS5, launches the game in the same place that you are on the PS5, and then you walk away with it.
Through your PlayStation account.
Yeah. That would be dope. That would be dope. But knowing PlayStation, if they do it, they gonna half-ass it, bro. I totally have no confidence in these niggas to get this shit right for real. I don't. I'm sorry. You see 30% of Ben has been laid off. Nigga, they went from cooking to being fried, nigga. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I can't.
That's crazy to me, bro.
What's going on with the first party shit, man? It's crazy.
No. But niggas kept saying, "Oh, don't be worried. Don't be worried. Everything is fine. Everything is fine." Nigga, they got rid of Robert Morrison, which is a dope ass fucking animator, bro. That's crazy to me. And you think he was working on a fucking service game? No. So the people that they're laying off have nothing to do with service games. Nigga, they just got rid of 30% of the workforce just because. So Sid, I made a prediction a while back once I heard about their game being canceled. I said, don't be surprised if this studio ends up getting shut down. Not saying I want that to happen. I'm not saying that. But Studio Ben has only shipped, as far as I know, 2 AAA games in their existence. Other than that, they've been a support studio. What was it? Well, not 2 games, but they did Siphon Filter back in the day, I want to say. And Days Gone. And that's it. Right?
You know what's fucked up? Days Gone. Days Gone, man. I don't know how I feel about it because Days Gone.
I didn't like that game, so I don't know.
You didn't like it? I mean,
no,
it wasn't the greatest game ever, but it was a good game. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was
you know what I mean? It wasn't like the best game, not even the top 10. Probably wouldn't be in the top 20, but it's still solid for me anyway, right? And I wouldn't mind a part 2, but the whole controversy behind it and how the motherfuckers keep talking about that shit years later and shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm done, bro. Like, just, you know what I mean? Just be done with it. And when they was talking about how they was cooking and shit, I'm like, okay, let's see what y'all about to do.
Truthfully,
and if this shit get canceled, I mean, Ben might go for real. You're right. They probably out there.
Sony needs to get their shit together. Like, I know I'm always critical of like Nintendo. I'm critical of Xbox and shit like that. But I'm the most critical of PlayStation because that's where I spend my money. That's why I spend my money.
They gotta tighten up their management as far as
truthfully,
SIE is concerned. Yeah.
I'm gonna say something, and y'all probably gonna be like, "Oh, this nigga bugging the fuck out." But nah, right now, they floundering like Xbox was before Xbox got their shit together. They floundering. Yeah. It's almost like they're trying to figure out what the next thing is for them to do. And the thing is, I stand by what I said. The best move Microsoft ever made was buying studios that made smaller games. The reason why I say that is, in between the bigger launches that you're gonna have, you could have smaller shit coming out, bro, that people can fucking enjoy. And I just don't understand why they don't do that. Like, I get it. I'm not in the boardrooms, dog. I'm not in the offices and things like that. But I am a consumer, bruh. And the amount of time that they have in between games makes no logical sense, bruh. It makes no logical sense. And again, like I said, I'm not saying they need to make some shit like Pentiment, bro. But I'm saying make something smaller, bro. You're supporting all of these smaller. Dog, they're making all of these smaller titles like fucking. I'm not making these smaller titles, but they're supporting all of these smaller titles, probably paying for the creation of these smaller titles from these indie devs when they could be purchasing a whole bunch of smaller studios, bro. I'm talking about studios that probably cost like $1 or $2 million or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe a couple people team, right?
Shit. Yeah. You know, with these layoffs, right? Okay, you lay off 40 people and they're saying that's 30% of their workforce, right?
Yeah.
That means this studio is now under 100 developers.
I don't remember. I don't know how much they were before.
No, think about it, Sick. 40 developers at 30%, which means the studio was at around 132 developers. So, I mean, they're under 100 developers now. So, is this studio making a big? I don't see how you, with under 100 developers, you're making some kind of big blockbuster AAA game. You could, but I don't see it.
They could.
I don't know anymore, man.
No. They could. The reason why is because they would contract any help that they needed.
I don't have any faith in the studio, man. This ain't Naughty Dog. I don't have no faith in studio getting a product out the door. I think before the end of this generation is over, they'll be shut down. Either they'll be relegated to just being a support studio, or Sony will take a look at their next project and just decide to can it.
Well, you know,
I don't know the studio.
I don't know about the numbers anymore, bro. Because a lot of times I'm hearing lately, you see a dope ass trailer and then somebody tell you, hey, you know, like 3 motherfuckers work on this game. You be like, are you serious? You know what I mean? They was like, yeah, originally just 1 motherfucker, and then his 2 homies came in, and now it's a team of 20.
About the primary people. They tell you about the primary people that worked on it, not
the testers, not the support studio. Yeah, there's a lot of people that come in. There's a lot of contractors that come in.
300 people. It's just like a few motherfuckers.
It was just like Lost Soul Aside, right? We saw Lost Soul Aside and realized that there was one person who was working on that shit and was like, damn, this shit look fucking dope as fuck. By the time Sony got involved, nigga, they had a whole bunch more people. You know
but that's
saying?
what I'm saying though. For what he had,
hey, speaking of
one dude at that time, like that shit's dope.
Lost Soul Aside supposed to be coming out in August. We haven't heard nothing else. We haven't heard nothing else about that game, right? That I know of.
It might get pushed back again. Who knows?
Listen, I think it's gonna get another delay. Think about it. We're getting a state of play pretty soon here for Ghost of Yotei, and that game don't come out till when?
October.
What month is it? Exactly. They're doing a dedicated state of play for a game that come out in October. We've heard nothing about Lost Soul Aside. They haven't done a state of play. They haven't featured it in any state of play since they delayed it. Sony hasn't been talking about it. Sony been talking more about this Stellar Play PC shit than they've been talking about Lost Soul Aside. So I think that game might get another delay.
I'm gonna tell y'all something that y'all might not know, and a lot of people don't realize it, but Stellar Blade is still making PlayStation money on PC.
Oh, because they published it. Yeah, they publishing it. Yeah, they publishing it. They said, we could let Epic or 505 or somebody step in and get our money like they did with Death Stranding the last time.
Oh, no. No. I don't think Sony has said anything. I think Sony owns that fucking Stellar Blade shit, bro.
Hey, who's running SIE?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right now? Who's at the top of SIE right now?
Is it still
Sony
Totoki?
Interactive Entertainment.
It's Hiroki Totoki.
It's Hiroki Totoki, and then you got Herman Holst, and what's that other dude name?
Nishino,
yeah.
I don't know. Is because is a transfer of power, and they had a lot of shift going on like within a year or two, but they need to tighten that shit up. Whoever the head SIE is a very important motherfucker. Like his decisions changed a lot of shit. The reason why PS3, even though it wasn't a commercial success in the beginning and shit, and slowly became it at the end of it, is because of good leadership, man. Like they fucked up on a lot of things. $600 at the time was high for most motherfuckers, because most motherfuckers in their 20s, like late 20s and early 30s, wasn't gaming like that. Back then, they ain't spending that kind of money, and like kids don't have that kind of money, right? So PS3 had a hard time, but the management there was what brought it back. That's what PS4 was so strong, because they had good ass management at SIE. Now I don't know what the fuck's going on at SIE. You know what I'm saying? It might be just brand new motherfuckers, and we just have to let them cook. Or
Bro,
they need to tighten up. Like,
I don't
know what the fuck's
ever
going
want to
on.
hear
Like,
that "let them cook" shit ever again, bro. I want that saying to fucking die.
Let that shit die. That shit die.
I'm just giving you the two options, right? That's the two options. You either let them
you talking
cook,
about,
or
you
they need
talking
to
about,
tighten up. Like,
Roy, you talking about SIE? Did you see some slide? I don't know. I think it was Zuby had posted it. That Sony was listing all their first party studios.
Oh, and Bungie
PlayStation
showed
Studio.
You know
That
what?
shit is up.
That is still bittersweet to me, dog, because I don't like Bungie.
Yeah, what did PlayStation gamers really benefit from that acquisition? I didn't see
Well,
anything.
here's the thing. Everybody was like, oh yeah, they need to be under fucking Sony because Sony is gonna... Nah, Sony has ran some shit into the ground, dog. They have ran some shit.
Well, right now,
ground,
Sony's not running the company.
I don't know. Things may have changed, bro, because they never listed Bungie as a PlayStation studio ever. It was
I think
always
Sony's taking
under
over.
Sony. Yeah, so it's a wrap. It's a wrap on that, bro. It's a wrap on that. They are labeled a PlayStation studio now. They were not labeled a PlayStation studio before.
Yeah,
they were just under the Sony umbrella.
Yeah, they were their own separate publisher. They're owned by Sony, but their own entity.
Was that game they supposed to be coming out with?
Marathon.
I could have told y'all that shit trash.
It come out in September.
I think I told y'all. I think I told y'all when they announced it, shit was trash.
Yeah, you said
but then again, it's my taste. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, like, some of y'all be into that. Whatever
the thing
type
is,
of game
bro,
that it is. You know what I'm saying?
I try to keep an open mind when it comes to these games, bro, and not just shit on them immediately, bro. But god damn, bro, with Mindseye, just oh my god, bro.
No, I am surprised.
I'm more disappointed about Mindseye than anything that was done, because I'm like, bro, you are Leslie Benzie, bro. You have worked alongside some of the top developers in the industry, bro. And when you finally get along to do your own shit with your own team, bro, this is the shit that you produce. I would have respected it more if they would have just delayed the shit, dog. Like, real talk, I would have respected it more, because I feel like you disrespected the players, the potential players that was gonna play your game by putting that shit out when you put it out. You could tell that the game still needs time to be worked on, to be perfected, bro. But they trying to hit these deadlines and these timelines, bro. And I'm like, dog, the worst thing you could do is put out a bad product, bro. Because now anything with your name on it, guess what the first thing they're gonna mention? Mindseye. They're gonna be like, oh yeah. They're not gonna mention you as being somebody who worked on fucking GTA. Oh no. No. You only as good as your most recent thing you've done, right? Guess what? They gonna be like, yo, that's the nigga that made Mindseye, bro. I wouldn't fuck with that. That's what's gonna happen with any new game that has his name attached to it. Niggas is gonna second guess playing that shit. They gonna second guess buying it. They gonna second guess because they're gonna be like, yo, the shit that he put out with Mindseye, that's crazy.
I don't know,
crazy.
Man. Motherfuckers let CD Projekt Red go real quick after the Cyberpunk shit, and that shit was unplayable.
Bruh, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. I think the game still has potential, bro. Just the way they released it, bro, it's unacceptable.
Do you think the game would have been great if it ran well? From what you experienced, like if it
I believe
ran
the
well.
story is good. I think the story is good. The cinematics were good. The problem with the cinematics is the screen tearing, and I saw a lot of that shit. But the performance is the biggest issue for me. Like, it got to a point where I was just like, nah, I'm not playing this at no 30 FPS, bro. And like I said, I felt disrespected because they said that it was PS5 Pro enhanced, but I can't tell what the enhancement was. It looks just like the regular PS5 version.
Yeah, give it 2 years. Give it 2 years.
You know, Matthew Vasquez, bro, I don't think they should be ashamed of the game. I think they put a lot of hard work into the game for real. It's just, if you knew this game wasn't ready for prime time, bro, they should have never put their name out like that. They should have never sabotaged themselves. And it's funny because the chief financial officer and the chief legal officer, they dipped right before the game dropped. I wonder why.
Shit.
I wonder
No,
why.
I feel like that's a lawsuit somewhere in there. when I heard about that, I'm like, really, y'all?
They ran whatever money they got, they ran off with it.
I'm saying that seems wild as fuck.
Ran off on the plug twice.
I mean, it's just sometimes you see motherfuckers go, but motherfuckers in those positions, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, it's just so terrible, dog. Like, realistically, it's really bad, bro.
You know what?
The game itself isn't like, it's. Let me say this: if you don't care about mediocre performance, like a Switch user should never complain about Mindseye.
I see Dre X in the chat earlier. He was talking about Cyberpunk, that CD Projekt Red survived it because they established, right? And I'm like, I don't think that's true. I think if it fit a narrative, you will let something slide.
They just made The Witcher 3.
Overall gaming, fucking universe, right?
Well,
if
let me
fits your
give you a
narrative,
heads
you will
up.
let it slide.
It's not even about the narrative. It's not even about the narrative with them, and I'll tell you why. Because they had just came off The Witcher 3, which was a highly praised game, right?
No. That's what I'm saying though. If it fits a narrative, you'll let it slide. You know what I mean? Because let's say these same motherfuckers, right, came out and say, "Oh, sorry about Mindseye. We got a new game coming. It's gonna be dope. I promise." And then it's dope. You'll buy it. You'll let it slide.
Yeah.
I don't think this studio gonna be open long enough to make another game. I think this shit is a wrap.
But that's what I'm saying though. The narrative's not gonna be strong enough to save them.
I don't think this studio gonna sell enough. This game, I don't think gonna sell enough to do that.
I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro.
Or they can fix this game well enough to where motherfuckers can play it and enjoy it down the line. And they be like,
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
this
I've
shit
never
dope.
done a refund for a game, bro. 45 minutes later, that game was uninstalled, and I was applying for a refund, bro.
You know what? You know why that's wild? Because when that Cyberpunk shit happened, motherfuckers still had CD Projekt Red in the top 3 developers ever. Shit,
I mean,
I'm like,
these niggas is weird, bro. They probably have the clear obscure. They probably have the clear obscure developers in their top developers at this point. Like you said, when it fits the narrative, bro.
Yeah, exactly. When it fits your narrative, you'll let it slide. So the chance of it happening is real low with these motherfuckers because everybody was hating on them. You know what I mean? But if there's somehow a way for it to fit somebody's narrative out there, they'll let
me ask you guys a question. Have we ever... Wait, let me just say this real quick. Have you ever seen a studio where they hide the game and not really let people play it and don't send out review codes and do all this kind of stuff that's a little suspect, and the game come out and it be flawless? Have we ever seen that happen? I'm just curious.
I've never seen a flawless game.
No, I'm not saying perfect. I'm saying a game where there's a lot of speculation on whether this game is going to run or do what they say. What I'm saying is a studio that kind of doesn't seem they're not moving as though they're not moving like a studio is confident in what they're releasing. Have you seen this happen and then the studio actually release a polished game that works good? You know?
Yeah, you don't have no. Yeah, play our shit, please. You know what I'm saying? No, I thought you meant like we don't know about them like that, and the game came out fire. Is Stella?
No, I mean like a studio that don't send out review codes, do previews, but don't let people actually play the game. IO Interactive, who was a publisher, had hands-on with Hitman and talked about Mindseye, but didn't let people play it at Summer Games Fest. They were they were moving in a way that made people a little suspicious. Not the people that was out here just attacking the game. Not people that was just attacking the game.
That game was a whole lick.
Listen to what this nigga just said, bro. Y'all ain't gonna believe this, dog.
I don't know whose lick it is.
Sean LeBrie. This nigga said, now all of a sudden a device has to play Xbox games natively to be considered an Xbox.
Man, that's
he said more. He said more.
That motherfucker know jujitsu. You see that
but
shit?
What? And then he said, y'all arms must be tired from all the goalpost pushing. Nigga, what? Yo, am I the only one baffled by this, bro?
Man, it's
these dudes, man. I'm telling you, the amount of gymnastics they will do to make sure Microsoft narrative gets out there and people go with it. It's really sick, man. To be honest with you.
At this point, they just good, stupid. Though. At this point, they just stupid, bro. This is just stupid. Are we really saying what is an Xbox and what's not an Xbox for real? And are you really questioning that if a game cannot play games natively, that it's not that fucking device? What the fuck are we talking about?
I'm telling you, these are third party motherfuckers conversations. You know what I mean? That's how far do you have to push it? Like, you a third party motherfucker, just be a third party motherfucker. Like, y'all trying way too hard at this point. You know what I mean?
This shit crazy, dog.
It's a mental illness, man. I'm telling you. At this point, ones that's left behind, there's something wrong with it. Or there's something to gain, like people like Paris and shit like that. They're just doing it for the money and the clicks and the views, and the review codes and all that other stuff. But the other ones that don't get anything out of this, aren't benefiting from this monetarily, it's got to be a mental illness.
Nah, I think we're past the monetary part. This is no longer about money, dog.
Yo.
Yeah, I don't think it's about the money either. There's some of us cry in the car.
That's what I said.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers out here crying in the car and shit. Like, yeah, that's what Hey, I cried once in my entire life. I cried once in my car, and that's when my dad passed away. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not doing that for Phil Spencer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all built out here, man. It's the weirdest shit. And you think it's monetary shit? They barely making money off of this shit. What do you mean? You know how much money, you know how much views and shit you gotta have to be able to make money off of YouTube like that?
Yeah.
For all that, for $350? Really?
Yeah, I don't know, man. At this point, I don't know. I can't argue with them dudes no more. I just let them have it, man. I don't even think they realize the amount of flip-flopping that's going on. And maybe they just don't care at this point. Maybe they just don't care.
Crazy.
So
at this point, what would constitute being an Xbox device? Just anything at this point. You can say Samsung TV is an Xbox. Well, they do. So yeah, everything's an Xbox. Fair enough. Fair enough. Everything is an Xbox at this point, even the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yo, I don't know what's going on no more, bro. I think it's just over.
For the rest of us, it's called third party.
when you got dudes out here complaining, listen, when they're talking about the stuff that they just run around saying, just think about where they were at the beginning of this generation and where they are now. The stuff that they're defending, the stuff that they're saying, would never be things that they would have been defending at the beginning of this generation. So, when they were championing the ABK deal, we're going to get all these exclusives. They're going to pull all these games off of PlayStation. You know,
It hasn't been 6 years yet. It's still only 5 years, right? The
and
console.
then Now they're championing a company putting their games on every platform.
Hey, you know what's wild, bro? Within 5 years, we went from the most powerful console ever made
to no console.
What constitute as a console anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, it can't. It
Listen,
gotta play
Sick.
Xbox games to be Xbox.
I was told. Listen. I was told, somebody was telling me. I was like, well, this device is going to be a PC, and you're still going to face all the same issues with driver updates and compatibility issues with Windows and things like that.
Right.
And, you know, and not even just this handheld, just PC gaming in general. And I was told that the PlayStation does firmware updates and your games update on the PlayStation. That's no different than what Windows does when it comes to updating Windows, BIOS updates, driver updates, game update. It's the same thing. They said it's as seamless as it is on the console.
Here's the thing.
Is it sick?
That's what it is.
What they are saying is actually true. A lot of times, it's a lot of times when updates are done, they're done in the fucking background. The problem is that shit forces you to fucking reboot, bro. I've never seen the PlayStation force you to reboot, nigga. You can save that update until you're ready to reboot, which you can do also on the PC, right? But the problem with PC is that the PC will update some shit and break everything because you got a plethora of hardware in your shit.
Right. So many different components from different places.
Yeah, it only takes for it to download one wrong driver and some shit probably just start blue screening. You probably get like all of these kernel failures and shit like that. Like it is seamless. The problem is that Microsoft has a very bad problem with updating the wrong shit.
Right.
And if you've noticed, it's happened to me, it's happened to Bari, it's happened to other people. They'll do updates. Hell, it just happened to fucking Stealth. He updated his computer and his shit was showing online, but saying that it wasn't connected. And you know, now he really got he had to do a fresh install on his shit, bro. Like, that's crazy. If I had to just randomly fucking factory reset my PlayStation, I'd be mad as hell.
I hate when my laptop does that. I like update my fucking shit, and then I'm connected, but I'm not connected.
Yeah.
To the internet. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I mean, but see, I can't deal with none of that shit, man. On the console, not only does it do all of that.
Wait. Hold on.
I don't even notice it.
I don't want this to pass by. Hey, Corey, I requested a refund. The first time I requested a refund, they gave me some bullshit telling me it would take me like 5 to 7 days to get my money back. And then because they said they had to do some sort of a special review or a special investigation or some shit like that. And then I hit them up today and I can send you everything that I sent them. And they granted me my fucking refund. They gave me the spiel about, hey, we don't normally do this for games that have been downloaded, which reminds me to take off the automatic download off of games, dog. I'm starting to do that now. I don't want nothing automatically downloading to my PlayStation. I'll download that shit the day of, if need be. Dog, that's a setup. That's a whole setup, bro. You pre-order some shit and it automatically downloads a couple of days before release, and all of a sudden now you got a problem getting a fucking refund.
Bro, you buy digital. Why do you even pre-order? Like, what is that for?
No. I pre-order because A, sometimes I be want to get the special shit that they offer, and B, I be want to preload that shit. That way, as soon as 12 hit, nigga, I can just jump into the game and go.
Yeah, see, I don't know, man. I just buy it when it comes out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, some games have pre-order bonuses and stuff like that. But I pre-order more physical than digital. I don't pre-order a lot of digital games. But so Sick, have you? I haven't been seeing people on the timeline playing Final Fantasy 16, man, on the Xbox. I don't know. Could just be my timeline is mostly PlayStation guys.
This nigga Link funny, dog. You see how he introduced shit? You would think he has no idea what's going on, right? I know this nigga know exactly what's going on with this Final Fantasy 16 port. You know what?
That port is running lovely, man. It's running great.
You know what though? This shows you one thing, right? This shows you what happens when a game is specifically built with the PlayStation hardware.
I said the same thing.
And then what happens when
going on at once,
that shit got to run on the fucking Xbox? This shows you exactly. Crazy.
The founder was a little baffled about the game running at worse resolutions, like the frame rate mode running at 720p on the Series X instead of 1080p like it is on the PlayStation upscale to 4K or whatever. But they were completely baffled by why the resolution was low, the shadow quality is worse, the texture quality is worse, the trees look worse, the grass look worse. They said, but this thing has a GPU power advantage. Why is this game looking like this? You know? So people blame it on a bad port. I don't think it's a bad port. I think this is as good as the Series X can run this game. And I think this game was tailored for the PlayStation hardware, and the Series X just can't do some of the things the PlayStation had to do. So the game is just going to look worse. That's all.
Now, let me tell you this. I think this is really dope. So I try to call it as I see it. Microsoft, as a thank you for being a Gears fan, we're offering owners of Gears of War Ultimate War Edition Digital a free code for Gears of War Reloaded, playable on Xbox Series XS and PC. Redeem on console or Xbox.com. I think that is cool as fuck.
That is cool.
And the reason why I think that's cool is because when PlayStation does shit like this, like create these fucking remasters and shit like that, they ain't giving you nothing. They don't give a fuck what you just bought like a year or two ago. Nah, you gonna get this fucking remaster or this fucking remake or whatever, and you gonna pay full price for that hoe.
No,
I think this is a great gesture. Yeah.
You get it for $10. That's the best PlayStation got for you. If they
hey, and I feel it. Don't turn your customers into fucking beggars with their hands out.
But let's be fair, Sick. This is a good gesture. But they weren't going to buy it anyway. They were just going to play the game thing. So how many people actually bought the game anyway?
I mean, but this is still a good gesture, regardless.
No, like I said, it's a good gesture. No, I think it's good. I mean, this is a remaster of a remaster. So even though they complain about PlayStation remasters and shit, this is Gears of War 1 remastered. Because they've already remastered this game. They remastered it on the Xbox One. And now they're remastering the remaster. So, you know, it's not just PlayStation that's doing this bullshit. So, but it is coming to a new platform. So players on the PlayStation who have not got a chance to play this game will be able to play it.
I like Gears, man. I'm gonna go back to it and see what happens.
Oh, I'm buying it. Yeah, hell yeah. Buying the shit. And I'm buying
listen, it's already bought, bro. It's already bought. I said when Gears come, nigga, that'll be day one. I don't think I've bought any other Xbox game that they put on the platform at all. No Forza, no Indiana Jones, no what else?
No, I didn't buy that. I ain't buying that shit.
No Sea of Thieves, no Pentiment, no Hi-Fi Rush, none of that.
You buy Psychonauts?
Hell nah, I didn't buy that shit, bro. First of all, that was disrespectful.
It was the shit they did.
PlayStation disrespectful.
The game was crowdfunded on PlayStation, and they gave us the worst version.
I'm like, dog, I get what you doing, but this ain't the way. This ain't the way, bro. You ain't make no PS5 version, nigga. You got a PS4 version, nigga. Like, all right, cool. I'll save my money, but I wasn't gonna buy it anyway, so it don't matter.
So yeah, I get you. But yeah, man, Microsoft. So what they got left this year? They got Outer Worlds and Gears of War. Is Outer Worlds coming out this year? Is it coming out this year? I think it is.
I don't know. I have no clue.
Outer Worlds and Gears of War remastered, and Call of Duty is what their games are for the rest of the year. So. Oh, and Hellblade too. Damn, I thought on PlayStation, but
now what was the details? I hate that I'm jumping around, but I just wanted to get that shit out of the way. But what was the details on the Final Fantasy shit?
Oh, so the resolution mode, I think it's 1440. No. It's 1440p on the PS5, upscale to 4K. On the Xbox, it's 1200p. And then the frame rate mode is 1080p upscale to 4K on the PS5. On the Xbox Series X, it's 720p. And of course, on the X is 720p. Now, one thing they did, performance is actually better. They said the performance is pretty much a locked 60 frames per second on the Xbox because it's running at a lower resolution. So it doesn't have the frame rate dips and hitches that the PlayStation version does. It pretty much runs it because, on the PlayStation, it runs at a locked 60 when you're in the battles because it drops all the way down to 1080p. But when you're running around in the open world, the frame rate going all over the place. So they did say on the Xbox version, it does run at a locked 60 because the game is always locked at 720p, even when you're running around in the open world in frame rate mode. So that they got that. 720p, man. They said it looks just disgusting. And they said, like, of course, the foliage and the textures looks horrible.
Yeah, it's all dialed back.
Yeah.
720p, bro.
720p, man.
In 2025, nigga.
25, bro.
On the Series X, the 12T flop console, 720p. And they're saying there's got to be some kind of issue. It cannot be hardware. It's got to be some kind of rush port job or, something like, or a bug.
Alright.
Nah, they did not do that whole it's a bug shit, bro.
No, I don't think it is a foundry. I don't remember. It was the guy, the dude with the buzz cut with the dude with the list. He the one that kind of, I don't even think they're going to do a full analysis. It was on their podcast. He just went over it. He was really baffled by how the game was looking. He didn't understand why it looked so bad and why its resolution was so low.
Because it's all that the goddamn Xbox can push.
That's all it can do, man. Yeah. They said normally games have higher resolutions and on the Xbox, so they're not really sure why this game is lower. That's a lie. We've seen plenty of multiplats have not only better frame rates but higher resolutions.
Engineered for the PlayStation.
For the PS5. They said it doesn't even run good on PC. They say even on PC, the game does not run well. It doesn't look or run the best unless you got a 5090. Other than that, they even say on PC the game is heavy. So, yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
You gonna get Stellar Blade? Huh? You get Stellar Blade on PC?
Hell no. Why the fuck I'm gonna do that?
I didn't know if you wanted to, max it out.
I don't do that, bro. Nah, for what? Nigga, that shit
I've seen it. It don't really
on my PlayStation, bro.
I've seen it running on the 5090 from what it don't really look like it's really doing anything different. I mean, yeah, you got ultra wide and all this other stuff, and you can do all these mods. But
I'm cool on that, bro. I don't care about.
That's about it, man.
But that's how all of these games are, and that's the reason why they say we're getting to what is that thing called? The
diminishing returns.
The law of diminishing returns, but they call it something else. They call it the. You know what it is? You know what it's called, Royal? When they say you get into a point where you can't really tell a difference.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's at the tip of my tongue, and I can't. Not Moore's Law either. Nah, not that. It's called something else, dog. You're getting to the. Come on, Corey. I know you know what the fuck it is, man. They say
I know what you're trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say, Sid, but I can't think of it.
It's this word. I just can't pull it out of my the uncanny valley. There you go.
Oh, uncanny valley. Yeah. So let me ask you a question, Sid. So we saw Last of Us Part 2 release on the PC. It didn't set the world on fire, but it released. But I saw that, I talked about this on your show, and I was having an argument with someone. So Digital Foundry did their analysis. They weren't too happy with the port. They said it's not as bad as the Part 1, but the port still ain't the best. Image quality isn't the best. Even on the 5090, there are times where it can dip below 60 frames per second at times. They said it was a bug, obviously. And the image quality. So check this out. On Digital Foundry's review, when they were reviewing the PC version, they ran PS4 code on the PS5. They never compared the PC version on any GPU to the PS5 remaster.
I know why.
They only compared it to the PS4 code. And they even said in some cases the PS4 game got better image quality than the PC.
Look,
but somebody was telling me I was lying. I didn't know what I was talking about, but it's on video. They did a video.
Listen, I know why they said that, and I know why they did that. Because
why'd they do that?
PS5 version of that game looks crazy. It looks crazy. And it fucking runs phenomenally, dog.
Mm-hmm. They compared Last of Us Part 1 remaster with PSSR on the PS5. In one of their shows, they were going through all the different games, and they did Last of Us Part 1 on the PS5 remaster, and Last of Us Part 1 on PC, maxed out DLSS, all that good stuff. And guess what happened? They said PSSR on Last of Us has better image quality than DLSS.
Of course it does. And
so
the thing is, silently, it's only going to get better.
Oh, it's going, yeah, because these games weren't built for the PS5 Pro. They were built. They just patching shit. Just wait till what's that game, Intergalactic, come out. But what I'm saying is, why are they running a PS4 game on the PS5 when there's a PS5 version out there? They should be comparing that to the PC. Not an old
because that
PS4
version blows the PC version out the water. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, that game looks insane on the PS5 Pro. I mean, the image quality, and it runs. I mean, obviously it's a lock 60, and you can unlock the frame rate. It runs around 80 plus frames per second at 4K, and it looks. And the native, and even Digital Foundry said the native 4K version doesn't look as good as the PSSR version with 1440p upscale to 4K. That version looks better. That version looks better than the native resolution.
I bet.
Same thing with Stellar Blade.
I bet Alex Battaglia wasn't there at that time, was he?
No, he was the one who did the analysis of the PC version versus the PS4. But I don't know why he did that analysis. I'm not. It didn't make any sense. It just wasn't.
And I bet nobody questioned him either. Because really,
nobody said nothing.
All they did was make the PS4 version look better.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they did.
Mm-hmm. So you know that scene in the beginning of the game, like when you the boat, before you beat the game, you know how it shows you on the start screen, it shows you the boat washed up on the shore, right? Mm-hmm. But before you beat the game, you have the boat sitting in the water, and it's just kind of moving back and forth with the waves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so they said that the image quality on that start screen is better on the PS4 version of the game than the PC. They said there's a bug because the water don't look right, and it looks great on the PS4 version of the game, but on the PC version, even running at high settings, image quality is worse.
It's not a bug; it's a feature.
It's a feature.
No, you know what? Like back in the day, you could talk as much shit as you want about the PS4 Pro because I didn't even like. I upgraded to it because my original PS4 was fucking up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I must have not been living right because my shit was dirty as motherfucker. It kind of got fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I got a Pro, and the Pro was nicer, but it wasn't like that. The PS5 Pro, though, bro, this is probably the best upgrade I ever could have did, man. The last time I did it out of necessity. This time I did it by choice. This shit. I mean, I don't need no more on that, man. And plus, there's no hassle to it. I just turn it on and it's on. Like, come on, man. Last of Us 2 looks stupid on it, too, bro. Y'all don't even understand. With a good OLED, it looks stupid, bro. Like,
so, I Stellar Blade don't even look... That shit don't really look no different to me. And, oh, God, Sick. I know there was some... Sick, you have not talked about Death Stranding 2, I don't think.
Oh no, I didn't.
Did you talk about that? Did you see some of them trailers?
Yes, I did. I seen the stream. I was gonna stream it, but I was like, nah, I just want to sit back and enjoy this shit. And
it was good, man.
Death Stranding is gonna be something different, man. It's gonna be something different, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if y'all haven't seen what Death Stranding 2 is offering, holy fuck. Did you listen to how Kojima says that depending on where you're walking and what you're doing, the music changes for the scenario that you're in? I'm like, yo, y'all don't know how impactful that is. Because I ain't gonna lie,
and the guy
first
said,
one, sheesh. You know when you going down
Whole
that steep
soundtrack,
hill and you
right?
going to that
Yeah.
that building, dog, that
hmm
shit is so impactful, bro. You like fall in love with the world, bro.
And that guy, what's his name? Woodkid, the artist, he
Yeah.
was the one saying like he had to compose all this different stuff that was going to be procedurally generated music for the world based on each scenario, what you're traversing on. He said it's crazy. He would have never. He said Kojima basically the shit he was asking him to do, he didn't quite understand. But a lot of people that work with Kojima are doing things that they don't understand. But when the
Mm-hmm.
final product come out, that shit's like a masterpiece. He's like a visionary, man. I don't know how to explain it any other way.
And I was scared too. I was at first. I was like, I hope they keep the good shit in the first one, where you just walk. You know what I'm saying? Be in the music and shit, just be walking. And I'm
Yep.
glad they turned that shit up too, because I was scared because the motherfucker was like, the last game was the rope, this game's the stick. There's gonna be a whole lot more action. I'm like, damn. So we ain't gonna be delivering shit. We ain't gonna be
Rated M
with
for
some
mature.
wild ass music in the background. Just, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't
that
know
was
why I
a
like
very
that.
relaxing part, bro. That's the relaxing
It was
part.
weird, bro, because
Yeah.
you know me, bro. I'm not built to play that type of shit, but it sucked me in, bro. I just be hours me delivering shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, the game, the world is. I've never seen a open world look like that. Even Horizon Forbidden West, it looks amazing. But I feel like this studio is taking this engine to the next level when it comes to just open world. Like
it
it's
is.
unreal the level of detail. That shit. You remember the Unreal Engine demo? How they were talking about their what was it called? Their new feature where they could generate textures and what is it called? When they were demoing it on the PS5 and they were showing that demo where the girl was flying through the world, but they were showing you how that they can make it really easy to create open world environments that look real with the rocks and all that stuff. Can't remember that feature called though, but I feel like this looks even better than that.
I remember
Oh,
what
the
you was talking about.
photogrammetry?
I
That's
don't
what
know
you're
what it's
talking
called.
about?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. I think that's what it was called. Yeah. I think it was. But this shit looks better than that.
Did you see some of them
So-
pictures that people were debating on
Yes.
whether or not that shit was real life or not? I was
I real
like,
life
yo.
for the game.
Yeah, I was like, this nigga wow,
Seriously?
bro. Because he showed the beginning of the game, and I was just like, God damn.
Now let me ask you a question, Sick. It had Kojima had to develop this shit for a Switch 2, a Series XS, PC, a PS5, a PS5, all these different SKUs. Do you think this game would have this level of detail and quality?
Nah, not simultaneously. You got to work with what you got.
Right.
Keep telling y'all this, man. Like some of y'all in the chat was like acting wild when I said it, but I was like, no. Every generation they pick a hero console and they build game after that and ported everything else.
Mhm.
That's why during the PS3 era, like there's certain third-party games that were just running doo-doo on the PS5 and on the PS3. Because the
Oh my
360
God, you
was the
still
hero.
gonna be building a road in this game too.
We'll be right behind you, providing you with support.
Now, do you know the happiness you feel when you crawl up a mountain and see a motherfucker put stairs there for you? I don't think y'all understand, man. Like in
Nah,
the
that
beginning,
shit was
especially in the
fire.
beginning. Especially in the
And it
beginning,
looked like
you
it's gonna be.
this is some bullshit. Then you see stairs.
It looked like they've made advancements to the combat. Now I'm sure the world traversals, but that shit, like, go back and play Death Stranding 1, right? Death Stranding 1 looks amazing, right? That game looks great. But when you go and you see this game and you see the character models, you go back and play Death Stranding 1, you're like, okay, it looks good. But even the character models, like their skin doesn't quite look, it's got a slight plastic look to it. You know what I'm saying? When you see what they're doing now, when you see what they're doing now with Death Stranding 2, and then you see this shit, it's like, man.
You know, it's
I can't
crazy
wait.
because I fully understand what you mean. And I know exactly what you're saying
Yeah.
when you're saying it. Yo,
The
shout
skin
out
just
to,
doesn't quite look real. Yeah.
Shout out to Caleb Kaiser, member for 46 months. He say, what's good, Sick? In chat, hit the like button. Facts. This nigga Jeremiah Phillips is a fool, bro. That boy, that is a stone cold
Rated
fool.
M for mature.
Let's see. I wanted y'all to see the other shit that he was talking about, but I think it's on his page, not PlayStation page. No. It was on PlayStation page. I remember seeing it. Hold on. Let me go to the live. Come on, go to live, bitch. There we go. This is it right here. Yo, Jeff Keighley is such a dog. Like Hideo Kojima must be that nigga crush for real, bro.
I wanted to, but
The man look like he be wanting to fucking suck Kojima dick or something.
In the place where I came from, no one gave birth to babies. They just stayed inside their mother's bellies.
Well, in our world, babies are born and grow up to be adults. Or at least they're supposed to.
It's only natural that Tomorrow wouldn't understand. After all, she was living in the realm of the dead. I wouldn't expect children to be born into such a place.
But Rainy's baby will be born, right?
In due time, of course. Isn't that so?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Raindrops are falling on my head. And just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit.
Yo, it's crazy what Kojima was able to do with this, bro.
So I just did me some talking to the sun.
Oh, that was terrible.
I thought it was pretty good, actually.
So you'll be a mother who gives birth to her baby.
Mm-hmm. And I just can't wait.
She looking like one of them motherfuckers that steal babies.
Talk about terrible, Sam. I've heard dogs with better tones.
Amazing.
Yo, that looks crazy, bro.
This is when the event starts to get crazy. Wait until you guys see this scene. Let's check this out. Tomorrow.
Nigga getting hemmed up by this robot. Whoa. Wait. Say what? What? Is this bitch made out of the Cairo shit? Or the time fall? What the f? Yo, who is this bitch? Bro.
Is she Lou?
This bitch is a ninja, nigga. Yo, this nigga Kojima is crazy, dog.
That slide was crazy, yeah.
God damn, son. What the fuck is this? Nah, Quiet ain't got shit on her. Bruh, this bitch she can traverse the fucking, I forget what that black sludge is called. That's the time fall, right?
No, Timefall is the rain.
That's the rain, but the
Timefall is
sludge,
rain,
that
but-
black shit is.
Yeah, but the sludge is called something else.
This bit tar.
Yeah, tar.
Come on, right?
Bruh. The way she
Crazy
traversed that fucking tar is crazy, dog. So
Well,
she not
now you
human.
can see some of what-
Clear about that.
No, because you remember in the original trailer they dug her up from somewhere, and she's talking about how she's from a world where things are like this.
Oh, and the
But she
little
must be from
dummy, the little doll was
came-
just talking about her, saying that she came from the land of the dead.
The controls, you could go anywhere.
Yeah, the
so let's
first one
move
was
on.
open,
So listen,
open world.
listen carefully here. When you run, you hear the drum rolls,
Or
right?
would y'all consider
You
that
stop.
to be a hub world
No
from the
drums.
first one?
It's
Because remember, you went to different
The music
sections.
arrangement changes. It's a Johan's Woodkid song, but it will change according to players' actions.
I mean, you could go anywhere, but you shouldn't.
So
You'll
even
die.
it also
You know what I'm
changes according to
saying?
which route you take.
Get caught up in the rain
So
and
he's
shit.
on top of the hill.
The little ghost
You
babies
hear the
come out.
melody, you have the rhythm coming in, and then okay, let's go sidetrack a little bit. So the rhythm and the melody goes away, and you're gonna slowly start to hear the strings and the piano. So this is the same song, but the soundtrack will differ according to how you play it, to each player.
You're guided by
So
music.
yes, so I have to say thank you, Woodkid, because this was such a difficult job. It's almost like autoplay, right? Auto music. So you could go anywhere here. Oh, there's a chiral creatures. But we could go into them, but let's avoid them for now. They won't attack you unless you attack them, so you could just move away
Bro, this shit
using the
looks so
sensors.
good.
It's the same. The red places are slippery areas.
I don't really care too much for this part because it's super
So you
empty.
could-
I want to
could
see
climb
the
quite steep hills.
the
We
places
don't have
that
so much
are
equipment at
like
this stage, but
full
you could
of
still
like
go.
life
All right,
and
let's go
shit.
back top on the mountains, and you'll hear the rhythm and the melody coming back in, the chorus.
Yo, that's
Credits.
crazy.
And also, let's move on. And the camera changes at sometimes. I call it like the Peter Jackson camera. And if you don't like this, you could hit the button and the camera will switch back. But, and I also, when it's during this camera, you won't fall. So I kind of, programmed that you won't fall, but you need to balance. It's not as easy as you see. And you could go anywhere, right? And you have to kind of learn the balancing so you won't fall. You don't want to fall. And also this time, the map changes real time because you have natural disasters like earthquakes, floods, forest fires. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the earthquake. Yeah, there's a small one coming. And this is a small one to predict a bigger one, but you need to keep balance not to fall off. All right, let's go a little further. But then a big one's going to come. You have to really stand still and balance, otherwise you fall.
Earthquake's gonna be some bullshit.
Now
We're gonna
you
have
could
all kinds of
imagine if
fucking
this was a snowy mountain, you get like
merchandise on me and shit.
avalanches. So
Yo,
as you can
that
see,
shit used to
the
piss
map
me off
changed.
so
Now you
bad,
can't go
dog.
there anymore.
I'm walking around with all this shit
Is starting
stacked
to
up,
cry
and then
because
all of a
it's
sudden I just
scared.
fall
So let's
randomly and
shoot
everything get fucking
Okay,
broken,
let's
dog.
see. Let's
Fly
see the
everywhere and
movement
shit.
of the controller here, as you can see.
And then you gotta spray it with
And
that
you could
shit.
soothe
Like,
blue.
that's gonna really bring it back.
Or you could
Like, yo, come
close
on,
up.
man.
You could see the close up of Lou's face, and we'll stop crying. But okay, we're soothing. Okay, Lou is now happy. Yeah, smiling. All right,
Wait,
let's
whoa,
put it back.
whoa. Back the fuck up. Didn't
So
Lou
you
die
have to
in the
take care
first
of
one?
Lou too.
Who?
All right,
Lou?
we're gonna cut here because it's gonna have a long.
Oh no,
distance,
no,
but
no,
that's
no.
the-
He
that's the
brought him
beginning.
back.
What'd
He
you guys
brought him
think of
back.
that?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. He brought him back.
Amazing to see
I
the
forgot about
world,
that.
the music,
Shout out to
and all
Caleb.
that come
He
together
says Wood
in such a
Kid is a
beautiful
great
way.
artist. He has a couple of
Well,
tracks in Netflix
we also
show
now wanna
Arcane
show
season 1 and 2, and the
other
fact Kojima brought him on to
gameplay
do
moments from the game. We're
soundtrack
gonna
for
skip a little bit ahead,
Death Stranding
right?
2 make
and
me
show
that
another gameplay
all the more excited.
Yeah, it's a delivery game.
Facts. Appreciate you, big
But I want
dog.
to show the delivery process, but I think you'll be bored watching delivery. Of course, playing is fun, but watching is different. So I brought in like a action scene.
Yo, this shit, I was like, what the fuck? That's all I can say is, what the fuck, bro?
Wars, but this time it's different natural
This shit looks
disaster. So this is
ridiculous.
representing the fire. So you have like fireworks and things like that.
You
But you
imagine-
see, it looks beautiful.
Y'all gonna
but
need
it's
at least a
dangerous.
4090 for this shit.
And there'll be like lava flying
Or
around.
a PS5.
And you'll see like this ghost, we call it, remains. And you see some ghosts walking by as well.
God damn.
So yes, the fire starts to spread. And Dolman, as a psychic, will speak to you too. So there's this fireworks still going on, and all these lavas.
Shout out to
falling at
Viper
you.
Reeps Corner. He said, I bet Jeff
Well,
is a
actually,
character
lavas
in
is
Death
as part
Stranding
of the
2.
whales, but anyways.
I feel like he was
Wasn't
in
he
part
in
1
one?
too.
Yeah, I think it was in one.
And
He was
you
one of them
see
hologram
the
of it.
warriors, we
Yep.
call it, who
Him
is
and
guarding
Herman.
Neil, comes out. So you could go to the right and sneak, but you won't battle. So this time, I know everyone wants to see battle, right? So we're gonna go through the middle this time. And since this is Australia, I'm gonna use a blood boomerang, right? So Sam's blood is in there. So okay, it's a little hard to see, but I think he's aiming. I think he won't make a mistake here.
I think they showed this on the regular PS5.
Yeah, good hit.
I don't think it was on the
The
Pro.
boomerang comes back. But if you're not good at battling, you could actually sneak away as well. You could always have that option.
I see they don't have no problem with killing people all of a
The
sudden.
boomerang came back.
He hit dude with a boomerang, so I'm pretty sure it didn't kill him.
Alright,
It
we
just
got
knocked him out.
All right, the fire's starting to
Yeah,
spread.
because no,
But
this
technically,
is,
the
These
fire
things
would have killed him.
flying around.
no, I think after Death Stranding
So we
1,
use something called
you
the tar
don't
cannon.
you don't
It's a
implode
little heavy
anymore when you
equipment,
die.
but you could distinguish
Shit.
the fire. You could
Yeah,
even
you don't
put out
create
forest
what's
fires.
that the
but it's
phenomenon
very
called when you die?
heavy, so you have to
When
you
it
know,
fucking
think about when
creates
you're
that crater
carrying
and the
this.
motherfuckers come through.
And you could, you know,
Yeah,
they find you now.
So that's what I'm
The
saying. This
warriors
game is
found
going to
you.
be about the stick, not
This
the
tar cannon is
fucking
actually usable as a
rope, man. You
weapon,
gonna be
so
killing
you
a lot
could
of
shoot the
motherfuckers in
warriors
this
too. Yep, we got him. All right, we're gonna take out the
Oh, out
fire.
here throwing blood
Wait,
boomerangs.
did he say it was
Any
on the Pro?
route, but let's go through the middle.
I don't never remember him saying that it was on the Pro.
And it's a very
I
heavy
could be
equipment,
wrong,
so
though.
he's a little slow. Yep, watch out.
Bro, the way they did that shit's so sick.
It is, bro.
Okay, from here it takes a little while, so I'm gonna skip. So there'll be more warriors coming up.
Yes.
And I think Yoshike did a good job, yeah?
Yes.
All right. We're going to skip to the next scene for the battle. Sam has a lot of equipment, so we're going to show you a little equipment as well.
Damn,
like,
this shit look
okay,
good,
let's wear a
bro.
cap. So we have
I
so
ain't
many
gonna
caps,
lie, man.
but this time, you
This should
could
put a lot of
reverse the
pressure
cap
on
when you wear
Gorilla,
it.
man.
Norman does this. So you could kind of wear it reverse. Great improvement. Also the backpack. You see the back plate, which protects you, or the rotor storage and grenade pouch, and also chiral anti-gravity device. I always put that 3 so that, you know, helps my, you know, I could put a lot of weight on my backpack. But okay, this is the, of course you could change the colors too. But so this is the equipment this time. We have a lot of things on our back. Let's battle Neil.
Good shit. Good shit. Hell yeah. This the nigga who's supposed to be like Snake. Bro, the eyeballs look so fucking real in this shit.
That's the hardest to do, I and T.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? The eyes be looking crazy in Horizon, bro. But they look great in this. But I guess it got to deal with like art style, right?
Yeah,
it got to deal with the type of artist you got too.
Right. Horizon's a little bit more
cartoony.
It's not as, yeah, it's a little bit more cartoony.
Okay. We're gonna confront the warriors and kneel. So let's do a little stealthy first. Well, we're just trying to defeat Neo, but we want to get the warriors too. So we'll find one warrior, and we're sneaking
this nigga
behind.
never get to rest, bro.
And we got him with the rope. Yep. We got one warrior. Yep. All right. Oh wait, we see Neil right there. And Neil's like looking away, so let's use an assault rifle. Oh wait, he warped out. All right. We got to find him again.
Take them one by one.
Yeah, you need to kind of do a headshot to the warriors to defeat them.
Okay, so headshot on the warriors.
Well, he's doing good.
This nigga is getting shot up, nigga. He lucky he got on a fucking flak jacket apparently, cause nigga, if this was real, he'd be dead, nigga. He ain't even trying to hide.
Wait, I think he warped up at the tower. Yeah, and with warriors as well. Well, okay, where should we go? You could go anywhere. So.
Oh, he using blood bullets.
Yeah, don't be too obsessed with the fireworks. You got to find a route.
See you later, Mary. Appreciate you coming through.
Okay, I think they're there. So we'll use a grenade. Oh, that's a nice shot.
Exploded on impact.
Yeah, this is not really cool, right? But it's okay. Wait a minute. They kind of found him. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
All right. Let's change weapons.
Sitting back and watching your game being played as a flex, nigga.
Oh, that was close. We need to get Neil though.
Yo,
well,
bro is not
careful.
even trying to hide behind cover at all, nigga. He is just taking it.
Oh, Cryptobite. Yeah, we need to take Cryptobite. Sorry for the life.
Bro, this nigga is getting shot the fuck up, bro. Can you please get behind a little bit of cover?
Well, you're in
trouble.
trouble.
Everyone just be crawling without looking and shit.
I think we got him.
Just come out.
Yo, what the hell?
Well, I think we got him. And maybe he went somewhere. Oh, he went to the rooftop.
What is this?
Well,
Death Stranding
struggling.
No, like it's like a presentation.
Yeah. It's Kojima
Because
presentation.
it's, you know, AI, I don't know where they're gonna go.
I think he did it after the Xbox shit, like at like 9 or 10.
Probably up the tower, so we're gonna go find him.
That shit looks crazy.
Yeah, this shit is
Whoa, okay, we found a shotgun. All right, we're gonna go close combat. Yeah, and maybe too much too much package on our back.
Does this shit still blow up or no?
Shit, apparently it doesn't. I think that's what Link said.
And Sam could also kind of make noises verbally, so to distract, you know, the warriors or whoever. And you could kind of call them. I think they're not hearing Sam yet, but let's try to call them so they'll come right at Sam.
Hey, that shotgun,
that's a nice shot.
Yo, this
Yeah,
bro,
they're probably
this
from above.
dude is playing
Let's go above.
terribly though.
We'll also might use a smoke grenade.
Big ass inventory. You ain't gonna have all that when you start.
Nah.
You ain't gonna have close to all that.
We getting
so
beat
close.
to death like that from the goddamn NPC.
Headshot. God damn it. Headshot.
Yo, he getting towed
Well,
up.
that was good.
Nigga.
We got him.
Yeah.
This man ran out of cover.
Oh, and Neil's right there. So we
He was getting shot at and he ran out of cover.
Well, you know, the thing about smoke grenade is they can't see you, but we can't see them too. All right, I think we got him. All right, what are we going to do? What are you doing? Oh, it's called a grenade pistol. So it's like a handgun. So you don't have to package it. You could put it in your holster. So it's really good. A small gun. Yeah, it's
Nice.
Yeah, it's a little cheating in a way. I mean, like, not cool. It's not like how you really want to battle, but anyways. Oh no!
Nigga, they set his ass on fire. Oh, you want to throw grenade? You want to shoot grenades over here? Like they threw a fucking Molotov at his ass.
All right, we're gonna go
Jesus.
different area.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I think we got him. Okay, we'll change the shotgun. There he is. We're getting him.
Bro, why is it taking so long to kill this one guy?
He kind of
enemy,
warped
though?
out. All right, where do we head now? And you can actually check the Odra deck to see where he is or he warped to. So we're going to go in that direction. Or I think we know where he is. Probably in the graveyard area. And it's only now Neo. It's a face-off with the... Oh, there he is. Yeah, we could pour Neo.
Shoot him in the ass. Why would he stop shooting him?
Oh, he warped
I guess
away.
he's trying to make every shot count now.
Get him.
Yes, we got him.
Yeah, you know he was dead when he was dead. That nigga started
that was
screaming.
a close call.
And he's back. Nirvana.
Did he say Nirvana? Is he implying this is some sort of realm for the enlightened?
Okay, up to here.
No more. What'd you guys think of that? I know
can't
it's
wait
never
for this
easy
shit.
for a creator after spending so many years building a game to finally just
so excited about it. It is a collection of songs that is an arbitrary contraction of the procedural developments in the game. It's initially hours and hours and hours of music, but we had to make it fit in 2 vinyls. So,
all right, that's
yeah.
it.
So
I'm not gonna listen to them talk, cause yeah, fuck all that. Death Stranding 2 is on the way. Can't fucking wait for it. This game I know is gonna be fucking amazing because the first one was absolutely fucking amazing. I appreciate y'all stopping by, hanging out. But I'm about to get the hell up out of here. I'm gonna go finish this goddamn epic Mickey rebrushed platinum. Shit's dope as fuck. Y'all niggas need to play that for real. But be easy. Have a good one.